For Montana State, first and foremost, you got to keep hitting shots. The Bobcats averaged 10 made threes per game during the Big Sky tournament. They were lights out in that regard, although in reality they actually didn't shoot it all that well against Montana in the championship game. They really dominated because of their defense down the stretch and the fact that Montana State had just 3 turnovers in that game as a whole. So they took care of the basketball. They played great defense. They hit the shots they needed to, and they took care of business, dispatching the Montana Grizzlies on their way to a 3rd consecutive Big Sky Tournament championship and their 5th overall, as well as now their 6th NCAA tournament, with 3 of the 6 all coming since 2022. The other appearances, 1996, 1986, and 1951. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we get back, we'll continue to get you set for the 3rd game of the first 4. This one pitting a pair of 16 seeds with the right to go face 1 seed Purdue in Indianapolis in 2 days' time. We're taking a break again. It's the Bobcats and the Tigers from Dayton. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Banking doesn't stop because the weekend comes around or the sunset paints our big sky. We know you work hard for your money and need access to it 24/7, 365, wherever you are. Stockman Bank's online and mobile banking lets you live every single moment of your day with confidence to stay in touch with your money via smartphone, tablet, or desktop computer. See the difference banking with Stockman Bank makes for you. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For over 100 years, Bozeman Health has provided quality health care in southwest Montana. With locations in Bozeman, Belgrade, and Big Sky, no matter who you are, where you are, or what you do, Bozeman Health is always there as your partner in health and wellness. Bozeman Health, proud healthcare provider of Bobcat student athletes. Visit bozemanhealth.org for more information.
First West Insurance, a Montana-born company, has been helping friends and neighbors protect what they love most since 1972. From home and businesses to farm and ranch to life and health insurance, our team is dedicated to finding solutions that work for you. We believe in creating relationships as deep as our Montana roots. First West, your local insurance agency.
Everybody in your crew identifies as either Big Mac Burger, McNuggets, or McCrispy Sandwich, but you're the Filet-O-Fish Sandwich all day. That crispy fish, that savory tartar sauce, that melty cheese, that pillowy bun. Yeah, you get it. Every time.
Now, BOGO for $1 has your crew covered with Big Mac, Chicken McNuggets, and Filet-O-Fish. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item with equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock-bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who'll pump it up?
Join the Town Pump Fountain and Coffee Club with Pump It Up rewards. Buy 5 of any size fountain drink or coffee and get your 6th free. It pays to be a Pump It Up rewards member. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Back of the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Grambling State today in the 3rd game of the first 4 of the 2024 NCAA tournament. Taking a look at some other scores presented by First Interstate Bank, and had the first 2 of the first 4 last night. Number 16, Wagner defeats number 16, Howard, last night, 71-68. Howard had 3 shots at the end to tie it in the final 10 seconds. So they were down 3. Missed a three, got a no board. Missed a three, got a no board. Missed a three at the buzzer sounded, and Howard was eliminated yesterday. So Wagner moves on, and they will play tomorrow at 12:45 Mountain Time over in Charlotte against number 1 North Carolina. After that, one of the talks of the tournament already, Colorado State beats Virginia to win that 10-seed matchup in the Midwest region. Colorado State won 67-42. Virginia had just 14 points in the first half of that ball game. Colorado State rolling now. They're trying to prove something to the committee and beyond because of the perceived slight the Mountain West got from the tournament selection committee. So Colorado State is also off to Charlotte. They have Texas tomorrow at 4:50 Mountain Time. The winner of this one gets the 1 seed Purdue in Indianapolis on Friday. If the Bobcats win today, we would be on the air at 4:45 for the 5:25 Mountain Time tip-off to watch the game on TBS and sync us up to the Varsity Network app so that you can catch our coverage of everything Bobcat basketball now that we are in the postseason. Okay. Up next, let's get to our Wheat Montana weather report. It is 47 degrees and sunny in Dayton. Not as nice as it sounds. It has been incredibly windy. It's been cold at night and in the mornings, and that wind is ice cold. It is tough to walk around here, and we are on the banks of the Miami River that flows right through the middle of Ohio. So, yes, it is quite cold, to be sure, during some of the breeze and some of that. So, not quite as nice as you think. And from all the texts I've been getting, sounds like it's a little bit nicer over in Bozeman than it is here in central Ohio. All right, we're taking another break. When we get back, we're sitting down with head coach Matt Logie as we get set for our tip-off coming up at 4:40 p.m. Mountain Time. Montana State and Grambling State battling it out in the third game of the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. Coach Logie coming up after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
We're back on the pregame show, and we are set for the first 4 in the NCAA tournament, a matchup of the 16 seeds between Montana State and Grambling State. I'm Keaton Galogly, joined now by head coach Matt Logie. Coach, first of all, how's the experience been, and how does this compare to the D2 and D3 tournaments you've been to?
It's been an incredible few days. Obviously, seeing your name on Selection Sunday is a dream come true for all of our players and staff alike. And there's there's nothing more grand, than the Division I men's basketball tournament. So all of us involved, have dreamt about these opportunities and poured a lot of time and effort and sacrifice, families included, to get here. And so it's been a really exciting few days in preparation and build-up.
As you think back to the season, obviously the roller coaster ride we've talked about all year, but what would you say was the low point of the year, and what do you remember in those days after to keep the team together and keep moving?
Well, I think the two moments that stick out are our early season loss to Rocky Mountain, battling some injuries there early on and trying to find ourselves as a group. Ultimately, that was a huge silver lining and blessing for us because I think it got our players' attention and allowed us to make some headway on the coaching side and things that we were trying to improve on. And then, the lull that we went through in February with a couple close losses and the 4-game losing streak, that was a moment that I thought our community was there, had our backs, and we came back home to play Portland State and had our second largest crowd of the year waiting for us and picked us up off the mat. And, these kids have done a great job all year long of keeping their eyes on the prize and focused on, how do we improve, how do we learn from the lessons and play our best basketball when it matters the most.
Now that you're here and we've gotten through a couple of days of practice and we're getting ready for this game tonight, what has the message been to the team and what have you been trying to communicate with them to stay focused today?
Well, obviously there's a lot of attention that comes with this experience and a quick turnaround with the logistics of everything. So, we've tried to just keep things as normal as possible when it comes to our process. And, they don't need to be anyone or any other group than who they are. And so we want them to be themselves, do the same things that got us here and really enjoy the moment. We have a group that, did believe that this could happen. And so, we're not here, to not put our best foot forward and continue competing and continue trying to win games and advance our season.
All right, well, it's a tournament of champions for a reason. This Grambling State team that won the SWAC regular season and tournament title. They were also a regular season title winner a year ago as well. They're coming in this season, and they're a team that has really slowed down opposing offenses. Tell me a little bit about their defense and what they've been successful in so far this year.
Yeah, well, Grambling State is very well coached. Coach Jackson's been there for 7 years. They have an identity. They know who they are. They play, a more conservative style than you see in some of the teams from the South in terms of the way they utilize their athleticism and speed. They don't play at a frenetic pace. They're a slower paced offensive team. I think that helps with their defensive efficiency numbers, but they're also aggressive in the half court and turning people over and trying to keep the ball on the sideline and really, making people, make tough decisions with the basketball with pressure.
On the offensive side, their scoring per game isn't massive or leading the conference, but they're second in the conference in field goal percentage, first in the conference in three-point percentage. What are some of the things they do to get their open looks on the offensive side?
Yeah, like I said, their tempo is not breakneck speed, but their efficiency is at a high level, and that comes with the territory when you have two dynamic, experienced guards in Moten and Dozier. Those guys can really use ball screens as well as create their own shot. They have a framework that they use to play through, which they've been playing through all year. So there's not going to be anything that we do defensively that they probably haven't seen before. It's just about letting those margins play out and trying to get stops for us so we can get out and play in transition a little bit.
Finally, in terms of in the interior, how much size do they have, and how do you match up with them in the post today?
Yeah, Jonathan Koo is a big fella inside, almost 6'11", 235, 240 pounds, and, gives them a nice, physical presence inside on both sides of the ball. Jalen Johnson, as well, is a little bit more undersized, but still physical and a little bit more skilled as a 5. And so they've done a nice job of, being able to play out of ball screen roll situations and then anchoring their defense.
All right, Coach, here we go. Appreciate the time and the insight.
That's right. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we've got our starting lineups and tip-off of the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. It's Montana State and Grambling State. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Galogly. This is Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road, oh yeah.
When your day one proves they're a real one by showing up with McDonald's breakfast before you even get out of bed. The Friends Don't Let Friends Skip Breakfast deal.
Real friends also understand if you eat their hash browns before you even drive back. It's buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's with 5 options to mix and match. Sausage McMuffin, burrito, McGriddles, biscuit, or hash browns. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
At Prime Lending, our one-of-a-kind mortgage approach combines a personal touch with just enough technology to turn a traditionally complex process into something better. Think of us like your home buying coach, friend, cheerleader, and teammate, all in one. From application to closing, we are your home loan partners that have your back every step of the way. Reach out to your local Prime Lending team to experience a home loan made simple. All loans subject to credit approval, rates and fees subject to change. Prime Lending, a Plains Capital Company, NMLS 13649, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series. Guaranteed Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. And by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Now turn it up. Turn it up. It's game time.
Turner, alley-oop, Olmstead, one-hand jam. Got it to go. It's just that kind of night. Right corner three. This is the stuff that legends are made of. The Golden Bobcats continue their march. Montana State has done it.
Live from Dayton, Ohio, the Bobcats, the Tigers. This is the NCAA tournament. Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
The continuing Golden March for Montana State has taken them to Dayton, and they are set and ready to go in the first four of the NCAA tournament. Today, their opponent is the SWAC regular season and tournament champs, the Grambling State University Tigers. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly. A pleasure to be with you today as Montana State has their best opportunity for their first ever NCAA tournament victory today. Montana State making their sixth ever appearance. They've had one or two close calls to win an NCAA tournament game, but now with the introduction of the first four and with Montana State being the first Big Sky team ever to be a part of the first four, which began in 2011, they've got their best opportunity for an NCAA tournament win today with a matchup of a pair of 16 seeds, with the winner heading off to Indianapolis to take on the 1 seed Purdue on Friday for a 5:25 tip-off. We're hoping we'll be on the air at 4:45 on Friday, but if we're going to do that, That means the Bobcats need to earn a win today in their first ever meeting with the Grambling State University Tigers. The Bobcats come in at 17-17. They went 9-9 in conference play. They earned the 5 seed and ran through the tournament. They beat Weber State with an incredible 66-point second half. They held on late against Sacramento State with the help of some clutch free throws by Jed Miller in the semifinals. And they put together an heroic performance against the Grizzlies in the second half of the final, led by their heart and soul, Robert Ford III, who put up 22 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 0 turnovers, and 5 steals. And it was his final 5th steal, his 100th steal of the year, that helped clinch that victory as the Bobcats dribbled it out and defeated the Grizzlies in the Big Sky Tournament Final for a second time in program history, with the first coming in 1986. Meanwhile, for Grambling State, they were on a revenge tour this year after winning the regular season a year ago. They lost in the SWAC Tournament Championship. They won it again this year, and this time they exercised their demons and earned that tournament championship this year, and they are now in the NCAA tournament for the first time in program history. This is going to be a good one today. Montana State and Grambling State, a couple of teams with very contrasting styles, and we will see if Montana State can take care of business today. They are going through the starting lineups now, and we can do the same. Grambling State designated as the road team. They are wearing their black uniforms today, and it is Dante Jackson in his 7th year at Grambling State. Already in the lore of Grambling State, he has the 2nd most wins in program history with 119 already. He's gone 81-42 in the SWAC. He's a 3-time SWAC Coach of the Year, 3-time SWAC regular season champion, and he has picked up the longtime legacy that Grambling State really had as a basketball school under 30-year head coach Fred Hobdy, who won 571 games before retiring in the mid-'80s. He won the 1961 NAIA National Champion, so he was the one who set the standard, and now Dante Jackson trying to get this Grambling State team back to being the standard in the SWAC, the Southwest Athletic Conference. So, their starting lineup: guard, number 0, Contavious Dozier, who's averaging 13 points per game. First year Grambling State, 3rd as a collegiate, transferring in from junior college. Also, guard Antoine Burnett, first-year player, transferred in from JUCO, put up 14 points in their SWAC Tournament Championship, a sophomore. The SWAC Tournament MVP, another guard, Tremichael Moten, 5th-year player at Grambling State, scored over 1,000 career points in his time, and he comes in scoring 12 a game right now. Their wing, Jordan Smith, who was the star in the tournament championship for them with 20 points, went 5 of 11 from the field, got to the line a bunch. He's 6'7", 180 pounds. That's number 11, Jordan Smith. And finally, in the post, their big-bodied man inside, number 12, Jonathan Aku, 6'11", 255. His 2nd year here, transferred from Stephen F. Austin. Doesn't score a ton, but he is a big, bad man in the post at 5 points, 5 rebounds a game. He's got 36 blocks. Doesn't shoot it a ton, but he's very efficient at 58%. For Montana State, same starting 5. Robert Ford III, the Big Sky Tournament MVP, as the Bobcat point guard. Eddie Turner flanking him. Tyler Patterson playing in his 3rd NCAA tournament game, one of 7 Bobcats with tournament experience. Brian Garacki at the wing, and Brandon Walker in the front court, who scored 14 points in 14 minutes in his time in this Big Sky Tournament Championship. All right, we are ready to go. Grambling State in the black uniforms. They have a yellow and red trim along the, well, they call it gold, but it looks a little more yellow. Gold trim along the collar and the sleeves with a little bit of red trim in the middle of it as well. They're an Adidas school sporting the Adidas shoes. They've got a Tiger logo on the bottom of the right shorts. For Montana State, they're the home whites with that familiar blue NCAA tournament patch sitting over the Under Armour logo, the Big Sky logo on the other side, and we are ready for March Madness. It's the first 4 in the NCAA tournament, and here comes the Prime Lending tip-off. The ball is tossed in the air, and the tip is won by Grambling State, and here we go from UD Arena in Dayton, home of the Dayton Flyers, and home of the first four since 2011. Grambling State winning the tip. They've got the first possession of the day, and they work offensively to our right. Taken to Moten, pass down low, and Aku is free with a two-hand flush. That was very, very easy. Montana State with the ball now. They trail 2-0, working offensively for the first time to our left. Brandon Walker's underneath, has it knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Montana State. 9:23 to go in the first half. Bobcats looking for their first ever NCAA tournament victory. Eddie Turner to inbound. He lobs it in, and Tyler Patterson makes the catch, and he moves it around to Rob Ford on the left wing. Up to the top for Brandon Walker with 10 to shoot. Hand off to Eddie Turner. He's on the drive with a lefty dribble, pulls up the elbow jumper, rimming, yes. Wow, that hit every piece of the rim before it fell in, and Aku is hurt. He is limping back the other way. He's going to be all right. He got hit just below the belt. Eddie Turner, his first two NCAA tournament points. He was an absolute maestro in the tournament championship win. Grambling State with a basketball to our right. Burnett has it up at the top, gives it to Moten. He takes it inside, double teamed, had his pocket picked. Eddie Turner with the steal. Turner from right to left. He throws to Brandon Walker. He Euro steps into the lane, got blocked from behind, but they called a foul. Aku came in. There was a little help as well. They were going to give that to the help defense, Jordan Smith, his first. 18:40 to go in the first half. Montana State and Grambling State tied at 2. So Brandon Walker setting it up now. He's at the free throw line. And his first free throw is no good. That has been a bit of an issue for Walker this year. Only 59% from the stripe. He went 0 of 3 from the free throw line in the championship game. Walker dialing it up again. His second free throw. Rimming. No, he missed them both. And then a foul on the floor going after the rebound. And it is Rob Ford who's saying he got pulled, but he is the one tagged for his first foul of the day. 18:40 to go, first half. 2-2 between Montana State and Grambling State. MSU in their 6th NCAA tournament. Grambling State in their first ever. They've been eligible since 1981. Aku up at the top. Hands it off to Smith on the left wing. Throws up the top for Moten. Picked up by Eddie Turner near the half-court line. To Aku at the point. Hands it off. Turn to the corner. Drive it to the rack with the right-handed layup, and it's good. Antoine Burnett, quick flashing take. And some early penetration by Grambling State to this point. Montana State down 4-2. 18 minutes to go, first half. Ford throws it up to Brandon Walker at the top, around to Eddie Turner on the left wing, back to Patterson at the top. He picks up the dribble, gives to Walker. Walker to the free throw line, spins into the lane, goes up with the right hand, lays it up, rims it home. Brandon Walker with his first 2 points, taking Jonathan Aku off the dribble. That was a nice one-on-one win for Brandon Walker. Tie game, 4 apiece, and it's stolen. Brandon Walker has the steal. He's in transition, two-hand jam. Brandon Walker, little defense, turned it into offense, and he's had the hot hand early. Montana State up 6-4. Brandon Walker is fired up, pumping up the Bobcat crowd that's made the trip. Kick to the right corner. Taking it down, Dozier has to back it out against Ford, who's looking like he's having so much fun. Out to the top for Smith. Back to Dozier. Looking for the post. Eddie Turner denying. Skip pass. Picked off Tyler Patterson. A two-hand steal. Montana State's defense starting to step up early. Up 6-4. 17 minutes to go in the first half. Slow-paced game so far, which is what Grambling State wants to play, but the Bobcats lead by 2. Brandon Walker at the top. Takes it down to the mid-post. Back to the basket against Aku. Picks up the dribble. Throws out to Turner. Back for the repost. Walker facing up. Spins into the paint. Oh, he had space. Now lays it up with the left hand and swirls home. Walker used a little pump fake. Let the defense recover. Still finished with the left hand. And Montana State has an 8-4 lead over Grambling State with 6:35 to go in the first half. Dozier takes it up to the top. Bounce pass down low. Dozier makes the catch, goes up, lays it, rimming, no, tipped, loose on the floor. Dozier comes away with the offensive rebound. Back up to Moten. He steps around the screen, tries a topside two, and it's pure. So Tremichael Moten with his first 2 points. Montana State up 8-6. 16 minutes to go in the first half of the NCAA tournament. John Olmstead getting ready to check in at the scores table. Up to Ford. He's on the March Madness logo on the blue NCAA tournament logo. Ford to his left around the screen. Picked up by a double team. Over to Walker. Has the dribble on the right wing. Walker, 4 to shoot. Walker breaking it down with 3. Spinning at the free throw line 1. He's got to get it up. And he does. Off the window and in with the right hand. Beautifully timed. What a start, Brandon Walker. His NCAA tournament debuts with him going 4 for 4 from the floor with 8 points. What a start for Brandon Walker. Welcome to the big stage. Montana State up 10-6. 15-20 to go in the first half. Burnett at the top. Smooth pace to start the night. Given to Aku on the right wing. Bounce pass down low. Moten down to the right block. Turns. His jumper. Rimming. No. Brian Garacki rips the rebound down. MSU coming the other way. Eddie Turner driving from the left wing. Gets down underneath. Bully ball. Lays it in. Eddie Turner lowering the shoulder. Putting some oomph into that bucket. Eddie Turner has 4 points. Montana State leading 12-6 with 14:50 to go in the first half. Moten out on the left wing. Grambling with the ball to our right. The Tigers, known as the G-Men. Give it to Jordan Smith. Into the paint. Turns. Jumper. Yes, and one. Just a light contact from the forearms of Brandon Walker. Jordan Smith slows the run. And that will take us to a break with an and one opportunity coming for Jordan Smith when we come back. 14 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the first half of the NCAA tournament. We're in the first 4, and Montana State is leading Grambling State 12-8. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
First West Insurance, a Montana-born company, has been helping friends and neighbors protect what they love most since 1972. From home and businesses to farm and ranch to life and health insurance, our team is dedicated to finding solutions that work for you. We believe in creating relationships as deep as our Montana roots. First West, your local insurance agency.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, courtside at UD Arena in Dayton for the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. This is the third of the first 4, with Wagner defeating Howard last night and Colorado State dispatching Virginia an evening ago. Here, Montana State leading Grambling State 12-8, 14:41 to go in the first half, and an and one opportunity coming up for Grambling State as they get back to the free throw line. It's a beautiful arena here, beautiful place to host this first 4, which they've been doing since 2011. This kind of worked from the NCAA tournament's eyes for a number of reasons. First of all, everybody bid, so Dayton put it together, one of the better bids. The other part is, apparently, and I did not know this, but Dayton is located within 600 miles of 53% of the nation's population. We're within 600 miles of New York City and within 600 miles of Chicago as well. So you've got 2 of the top 3 markets around the country. But so in their eyes, we're very centrally located, even if it is a pain to try to travel here from Bozeman. But that's part of the reason they came here. And really, it's not too far a drive. We're right off I-75, which will take you directly to Detroit, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland, or Lexington, Kentucky. So we're kind of right in the middle of everything Midwest speaking. And that's part of the reason they have ended up here at UD Arena, which seats over 13,409. The free throw is good for Jordan Smith. He completes the and one. Montana State has a 3-point lead, 14:35 to go in the first half. Bobcats with the basketball to our left. Ford throws it up to John Olmstead, who just checked in. Fires over to the right wing. Here's Garacki. He tries a jumper. That's no good. It got blocked by Jordan Smith, and Grambling State has the rebound. Burnett throws to Moten over on the right wing. Moves right, turning down a screen, gets underneath, bounce pass to the left corner, extra pass out to the left wing. Here's a drive. Burnett has to kick it back out. Mikhail Stevenson just checked in, is going to work. Stevenson drives, pulls up at the free throw line. His jumper's no good. John Olmstead has the rebound. Montana State from right to left. Bobcats into the front court. Ford on the drive, into the lane, kicks it out. Garacki, open three. Yes. Three ball for Brian Garacki. That gets Cat Country up in arms. Nice segment of Bobcat fans directly behind the Montana State bench, which is directly across from our seat, which is on the TV broadcast side of the court. MSU leading by 6 after their first 3 of the game. Cats have started 7 of 8 from the field. Moten out of the left wing, working on Ford, drives into the lane, Euro step, lefty layup, no! And Rob Ford has his first rebound of the day. That was a heck of a take, and he couldn't quite finish. Here's Eddie Turner to the elbow, his jumper. Back iron, no. Grambling State the rebound. Moten into the front court, their leader. Lobs into the post, catch is made, double team comes, layup is no good. Tyler Patterson affected the shot. Olmstead tips the rebound to Ford, and Montana State is moving from right to left. Eddie Turner into the lane, stops, pivoting, kicks it out. Ford, wide open three. Yes. Timeout called by Grambling State. Robert Ford III pouring it in from the top, opening the arms up and soaking it all in as Montana State has an early run up 18-9 with 12:57 to go in the first half. Prime lending timeout called by Grambling State. We're keeping it here. How about the start for the Bobcat offense? 8 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from downtown. They have been dynamite to start this one today, hunting their first NCAA tournament victory. The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites is a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit comeonin.com to book your stay today. Couple of hellos. Want to say hello to our friend Ronnie, tuned up in Kalispell today. Ronnie, just want to send some love your way as you tune in to the Bobcats in the NCAA tournament. Say hello to my fellow colleague Matt Andrews, tuned in today as well. A hello to Joseph, tuned in from Jacksonville, Florida. So we've got a nice round of people tuned in. Go ahead, hit us up on Twitter if you would like a hello or want a hello sent off to somebody who you know is listening today. Bobcat Basketball is presented by your locally owned McDonald's restaurants. Download the app and earn free food, order from anywhere, and even skip the line with convenient curbside pickup. Winner today gets number 1 seed in Purdue in Indianapolis over at Gainbridge Fieldhouse where the Pacers play. Bobcats hoping for a chance to try to go ruin another march for Purdue. Whoever gets the opportunity to play them coming up, it's going to be fascinating to see how Purdue handles this NCAA tournament. They appear to be a blue blood, but in reality, they haven't had huge success in the NCAA tournament. They only have 2 Final Fours in program history, with the most recent coming in 1980. They've only had 1 finals appearance in 1969. And lately, since the pandemic, so 21, 22, and 23, they have lost to a double-digit seed every single year. In 2021, they lost their first-round matchup as a 4 seed to number 13 North Texas. In 2022, they lost to the Sweet 16. They were a 3 seed, but they lost to that number 15 seed St. Peter's. St. Peter's, of course, went to the Elite 8 before they were knocked out. And then last year, Purdue became the 2nd team ever in 152 games to lose to a 16 seed as a 1 seed. They lost to Fairleigh Dickinson last year. in that first round. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how they handle things once they get going, because whoever they play coming out of this game, this team, the winner of this one, is going to have their legs underneath them. They're going to be feeling confident and ready to go, even with a quick turnaround. If the Bobcats win today, they're hopping on a bus, and it's only about an hour and a half ride over to Indianapolis, heading west. All right, here we go. Grambling State with the ball, and Eddie Turner has the steal off the inbounds pass. Bounce pass to Lecolot, to the rack, missed the bunny layup. Fight for the rebound, and a foul on Lecolot. Lecolot missed the layup after the Cats could not convert the theft, and Lecolot picks up his first foul. But Eddie Turner showing up defensively in the early going. The Bobcats have really relied on their defense in a lot of ways. Already 4 steals today. They were one of the best teams in the conference, averaging 8 steals per contest this year during Big Sky play. Grambling State has the ball to our right. They trail 18-9 with 12:30 to go in the first half. Out to the right corner. Drive, Burnett to the cup. Blocked by Olmstead. Oh, and a late foul call. John Olmstead picks up his first foul. We were right behind the ref. Looked like he was pretty straight up, but I guess not. So a couple of foul shots coming. Let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Montana State Basketball. I'm Keaton Gilogany, sitting courtside at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position in Dayton for the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. Will Gordon is our producer today. Antoine Burnett is at the free throw line. He hit the first free throw, missed the second as Rob Ford extends his arms high above the floor and rips the rebound down. The Bobcats have the ball on an 8-point lead with 12 minutes to go in the first half. Ford to the drive from the right wing, pulls up, mid-post runner, rimming, no. Grambling State has the rebound. MSU starting 8 of 12 from the field today. Burnett, a drive and a kick. Here's Dozier working his way along the perimeter. Gets inside, pulls up in the middle of the lane, and Contavious Dozier able to knock down the mid-range J. So Dozier, the leading scorer this year for Grambling State, has his first 2 points today. MSU leading 18-12. 12 minutes to go first half. Karaki turns to the free throw line. Picks up the dribble there. Throws out to Olmstead on the right wing. Back to Karaki. Karaki takes it right, doubled, throws over to Eddie Turner on the left wing. He's going one-on-one, pulls up for a long 2, missed it, bricked it right, and Grambling State has the board. Grambling State with the ball to our right. Thrown over to the right wing. Jordan Smith working on Lecolot. Lefty dribble to the elbow, gets cut off, have to send it back out, and the second play call comes in. Dozier steps up, tries a quick right wing 3. That's no good. Long rebound. Fight for the loose ball. Out of bounds, and it's going to be Montana State ball. Last touch by Rob Ford. The official initially pointed the other way, but it is going to stick with Grambling State. That'll take us to a pause from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first half in the NCAA tournament. We're in the first 4. The Bobcats are hunting their first tournament victory in program history. MSU leads it 18-12 over Grambling State. 11 1/4 to go in the first half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
The snow is falling and temps are dropping, Bobcat fans, so it's the perfect time to cozy up with heartwarming soups and comfort food. Elevate your kitchen game and create magic tonight with La Cuisine's premium cookware. Don't forget the secret ingredient, a new top-selling cookbook. Attend a cooking class and you'll learn how to make every meal a slam dunk. La Cuisine is Bozeman's boutique kitchen store, and we can help you create the perfect table with our curated Montana-made and European dining treasures. Discover the ideal blend of style and functionality at La Cuisine, 2405 West Main.
Loaded tortilla soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy loaded tortilla soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned, but not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded tortilla soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at Qdoba.com or in the app.
We are back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We're in the NCAA tournament first four. The Bobcats have a lead over the Grambling State Tigers of 18-12. 11 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first half. A hello to Kyle Riley tuned in. He's over at LAX right now, which can either be awesome or terrible depending on the traffic there. But hello, Kyle tuned in today. Montana State off to a red-hot start from the field. They hit 7 of their first 8 shots. They're now 8 of 13. Brandon Walker got off to a great start, 8 points, 4 of 4 from the field. He also had a steal that turned into a fast break dunk. On the other side for Grambling State, 5 of 11 from the field, and they've spread their offense around so far. 5 different players have hit a field goal to this point. Montana State has 2 Wendy's three-pointers. They are 2 of 3 from downtown. Robert Ford and Brian Garacki with the honors for that. All right, Grambling State's going to inbound with 20 seconds on the shot clock to our right in front of the Bobcat bench on the left sideline. It's Turner, Ford, Patterson, Lekalot, Olmstead on the floor for MSU. Bobcats in the home whites, Grambling State in the black uniforms today. Also, hello to the Fishers, Zach and Kara Fisher, tuned in today, lifelong Bobcat fan, Zach Fisher. Inbounds pass coming. Cale Stevenson with a lob out, and it is hauled in the backcourt by Antoine Burnett, the Montgomery, Alabama native. Grambling State from northern Louisiana. Stevenson fires a pass into the post, and Aku makes the catch and lays it in. That was a heck of a pass. Kept that thing real high. Jonathan Aku made the catch, kept it up above his head, and found a way to lay it in. Bobcats leading by 4 with the ball. Ford left alone, tries the elbow jumper, and rolls it home. Robert Ford with 5 points in the early going. Montana State up by 6. Offense clicking early. Montana State trying to continue this march. It's been one of the great stretches in program history, and they have a chance to continue it with a date with Purdue on Friday. Stevenson takes it to the top, works his way to the free throw line, leans in, floater good. That's a tough bucket. Mikhail Stevenson putting it home with the mid-lane floater. Only averaged about 5 points per game, but that was a dynamic shot. Olmstead out to Turner, open 3. Flat, no good, off the iron. Grambling State with a rebound. Little pressure in the backcourt. Grambling State breaks through it, and they are into the front court to our right with the Bobcats up by 4. 10 minutes to go first half. Stevenson with the dribble against Olmstead, throws out to Dozier, drives the right baseline, gets in deep, kicks it to the left corner. Here's a 3. That's good. Antoine Burnett pouring it home from the left corner. 35% from downtown, and Grambling State has battled back from a 9-point deficit to make it a 1-point game. MSU on top. Eddie Turner into the post, pulls up, jumper, jump ball. He went up to try to take the jump shot. Dozier got his hand on the rock and met him there, and that turns into a jump ball. Olmstead out, Brandon Walker in. Walker, a hot start, 8 points in 5 minutes. He's been one of the more efficient players around the Big Sky, averaging 13 points in 20 minutes a game. He has come out with some spice tonight. MSU leading by 1 with the ball. They had the possession arrow after the jump ball. Brandon Walker takes the inbounds pass near the half-court line. He gives it to Robert Ford on the M of March Madness. Ford on the drive, going into the rack, scoops it up, spins it off the window and in. A circus shot with English off the glass. He thought he got fouled. No call, but he finishes anyway. MSU up by 3, 9:25 to go first half. Driving a kick to the left corner, pump fake, working along the baseline. Burnett, whistle, foul, blocking foul, and that's Ford's second. He was not squared up on the baseline. So Rob Ford picks up his second foul, and that'll bring Brian Garacki into the game. Jed Miller did roll his ankle this week. Don't know how available he will be. This could be a shot where you would see him come in, but he is sitting on the bench right now. Don't know if we'll see him with a banged-up ankle picked up in practice this week. 3-point lead for MSU. Grambling State with the ball. Jordan Smith has it in the right corner. Working his way on the baseline. Going to the cup. Blocked by Sam Leckelot. Offensive putback. No! And MSU has the rebound. Sam Leckelot with that rim protection again. MSU with the ball to our right. Eddie Turner. Turn to the corner. Kicks to the right corner. Garacki taking it around the perimeter. Gives it to Brandon Walker. Over to Patterson on the left wing with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Passes tip. Recovered by Walker on the right sideline with 10 to shoot. Walker working his way into the lane. Pivoting and draws the foul. Jonathan Aku with his first. 8:47 to go first half. MSU leading 22-19 over Grambling State in the NCAA tournament. It's a new season at Kohl's with everyday styles at great prices. You can get more of what you want for less. Find go-tos for going everywhere and perfect picks for your home. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. Eddie Turner to inbound, and he finds Brandon Walker, makes a contested catch in the right corner. Walker working the baseline, draws another foul. Antoine Burnett picks up his first. Third team foul on Grambling State. Bobcats have 5. Grambling State, the G-men. And Montana State will inbound to the baseline again. Eddie Turner with the honors. 20 seconds on the shot clock after the foul. Turner lobs it into Leckelot out of the right wing. Up to Brandon Walker. He's open for 3. That's no good. Bit too strong. Grambling State with a rebound. Dozier taking it into the front court. Picked up by Garacki. He drives, going to the Cub. Has to hand it off. Smith up. Blocked from behind. Patterson had the block, and then Patterson grabbed the rebound. How about that work inside? Smith having to readjust his shoe. Patterson transition 3. That's short. Rebound won by Grambling State. Jordan Smith cherry picking a bit, but the Bobcats get back. Smith had his shoe come loose, so that's why he was behind the traffic. Grambling State with the ball to our right. Tigers trail by 3 with the ball. Dozier out on the left wing, picked up by Walker. Fires into the left corner. Here's a 3. No good. Montana State with a rebound. Brandon Walker taking it along the left sideline into the front court. He has been playing like a man inspired today in Central Ohio. Walker at the top, takes it into the lane, spins, goes up with the left hand, banks it home off the glass, put his man in the spin cycle. Oh, you're going to see that one on the highlight reel as Brandon Walker is first man in double figures with 10. Show it up and show it out with the brightest of lights. Grambling State with the ball to our right. 7:35 to go in the first half. Cats up 5. Dozier on the left wing. Has the righty dribble. Steps back at the top. Triggers a 3. Back iron, no. Long rebound, whistle, foul on the floor going after it. And I think it's going on Brandon Walker. I didn't get the signal from the official. It is, yep. Brandon Walker picks up his first foul as he was trying to box out. Serving all your garage door needs, DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Montana State has been as close as 4 points in winning an NCAA tournament game, but that was way back in 1951. They've got a chance for the first NCAA tournament victory today. We're taking a break. 7:25 to go in the first half. Montana State leads Grambling State 24-19. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
For every peak, valley, and plateau, for every mishap and every adventure, for every Montanan in every season of life, Bozeman Health is here to deliver care with quality, compassion, and respect. Because we see you as more than the patient you are today. We look to what's on the horizon for you and our community over the decades to come. That's care beyond care. Well beyond Bozeman Health.
All right, team, bring it in. We have 5 minutes left on the clock. We got to show them what we're made of. Woohoo, yeah! We need to focus. Every save counts, especially when it comes to fill-ups at Conoco.
What? Coach?
We're going to go back out there and save money when we fill up with the Fuel Forward app. So anytime from this day forward, whenever we're at a Conoco, we're going to use that app. Bring it in. Conoco on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Conoco! Let's go, Cats. Download the Fuel Forward app and save with every fill-up at Conoco. Proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats.
With friendly customer service in an outstanding location near Montana State University in the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We're in the first four of the NCAA tournament. The Bobcats hunting their first ever NCAA tournament victory, and right now they lead it 24-19 over Grambling State. 7:25 to go first half. We remind you that not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. Hello to my folks, Amber and Dan, tuned in from Elk Grove, Illinois. Montana State leading it 24-19 in the first half. Looking back at the NCAA tournament bids for Montana State, all time they're 0-5 and have been outscored by 20 points per game. In 1951, that was when the tournament was still a 16-team tournament. They were the first team from a state of Montana to play in a tournament that had started in 1939. They lost to Oklahoma A&M, which became Oklahoma State, by just 4. They lost 50-46, and OK State would end up losing in the Final Four that year. In 1986, the Bobcats, as a 16 seed, the only other time they were a 16 seed, they lost to number 1 St. John's by 9. And then in 1996, they were a 13 seed, losing to Syracuse by 33. They lost by 35 as a 14 seed against Texas Tech in 2022, and they lost by 12 against Kansas State as a 14 seed last year. Grambling State with the ball, inbounded down to the left corner. Smith turns, hooks it up, rimming, no. Offensive board, back up, puts back, yes, and 1. Cats committing the foul. So you count the bucket. And it looks like the foul was on Sam Leckalot, his second. And Dozier will go to the line looking to complete the three-point play. So the Bobcats in a little bit of foul trouble now. The free throw is no good. Excuse me, that was not Dozier. I apologize. That was Jalen Johnson with the bucket. Then he missed the free throw. MSU into the front court, both Leckalot and Ford with 2 personal fouls with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Bobcats leading 24-21. Patterson out of the right wing. Down to the right mid-post. John Olmstead has it. Hands it off for Patterson. Picks up the dribble, pivoting. Hook pass to Olmstead, 5 to shoot. Hand off to Turner, 4. Turner out on the right wing, 3. Turner on the drive, had it poked away. Patterson heaves it up at the end of the shot clock, too late. Missed it anyway, shot clock violation. Defense is starting to stiffen up on both sides now. Grambling State only one of their last 7. The Bobcats haven't hit a shot now, and close to 2 minutes by the time this possession ends. With the Cats on defense, Grambling State with the ball to our right. Handoff up the top for Johnson. He gives it to Dozier, dribbling left. Throws it back to the right wing. Jordan Smith measures out a 3 and puts it home. Jordan Smith, just his 14th 3 of the year. And Grambling State has tied it. 24 points apiece with 6:20 to go first half. Up to Garacki at the top. Takes it left, over to the wing. Bent over the bounce. Throws to Eddie Turner at the top. Turner on the drive, into the mid-post. Gets down to the right block. Slings it out. Olmstead, topside 3. Book it. Oh, and John Olmstead is burying 3s. Things are going right for the Cats. MSU up 27-24 over Grambling State with 5:55 to go in the first half. Another Wendy's 3-pointer for MSU, their 3rd of the day. Now a drive, reverse layup is good. Whoa, Michael Moten. He is their heart and soul. He was pumping there. What a finish on the reverse spin off the glass. MSU with the ball. Olmstead gives it to Patterson on the left wing. Throws over to Leckalot. Bounce into the post for Olmstead. Back to the basket. Sling out to the right wing. Turner has the dribble. Goes left around the screen, up the top, 7 to shoot. Turner crosses over, gets into the paint, has to kick it out, and it got stolen away. Jordan Smith in transition as the Cats get back. He goes into the lane, lays it up, no. Offensive rebound by Johnson, kicks it out. Here's a left wing 3, and it's good. Antoine Burnett putting it home from the left wing. Great effort on the glass by Grambling State. The Tigers have the lead up 29-27 as the tide has turned. Cats with the ball, 5 minutes to go first half. Olmstead to Turner in the right corner. To Patterson, dribbling left. Throws it over to Eddie Turner on the right wing. Into the middle of the lane. Leckalot makes the catch. Doubled, goes up through contact, finished anyway. Sam Leckalot able to finish. His first career field goal make in the NCAA tournament, now in his 3rd game. He ties it up again, 29-all. 4:38 to go in the first half. Robert Ford will come in and play with 2 personal fouls at the next stoppage. Moten out on the right wing. Throws up to the top for Burnett. Crosses over, steps back, his 3. Bricked it, missed it left. And a foul on Johnson for the rebound. Jalen Johnson picks up his first. Good job by Olmsted, having sure hands to grab the rock. That helped force the foul. Eddie Turner will get a breather. He has been a maestro in postseason play. Numbers aren't going to pop, but just the way he's been handling things have been beautiful. 4 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, and 1 turnover in 16 minutes for Eddie Turner. Getting his first rest today. He's been a little banged up, a little under the weather this week, and still putting together a heavy lifting load early in the game. Tie game, 29-all. 4:10 to go in the game. Robert Ford has it up at the top. Comes left around a screen. Gets to the mid-post. Bounce pass to Olmsted, who's open and dunks it, and 1. He was all by himself, jams it home, got fouled by Jalen Johnson late, an ill-advised foul, as really his hands were already on the rim. There was nothing to do there for Johnson. And John Olmsted now with 5 points. He'll go to the line for a chance at another. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. And Jed Miller is checking into the ballgame. We weren't sure on his availability, but he is in. Gotten it out. Cats are relatively healthy for, March 20th. So Olmsted going to the line. And he completes the 3-point play. He's got 6 points tonight. MSU up 32-29, 4:03 to go in the first half. Grambling State from left to right. So Michael Moten cruising into the front court. It's been a high-level ball game today. This is a tournament of champions. Both these teams winning their respective conference tournament titles. Grambling State won their regular season title as well with a 14-4 record in the SWAC. Moten turned to the corner, gets to the right elbow, works his way into the paint, puts up the floater, off the glass, no good. Lekalot boxes out and clears the path for Brian Garacki to pick up the rebound on a bounce. Garacki to the right wing, gives it to Jed Miller at the top, dribbles left, throws back to the right wing for Olmsted. Olmsted handoff for Miller. Tip over to Patterson. He's open. Left wing 3. Book it. Tyler Patterson from downtown, his second 3 ever in the NCAA tournament, coming in his 3rd game. And Patterson extends the Bobcat lead to 6. Tyler Patterson in his first 2 NCAA tournament games was 1 for 11 from downtown. So far today, 1 for 2. Into the post. Tip free by Garacki. Lekalot picks up the loose change. MSU forces the turnover. They take it into the front court, trying to extend a 6-point lead. 2:50 to go in the first half. Cats on a 6-0 run since Grambling State tied it. Miller out to the right wing. Throws up to the top. Patterson gives it to Olmsted out on the perimeter with 10 to shoot. Handoff for Patterson. Open again. Missed the topside 3. And the rebound grabbed by Grambling State. Tigers into the front court. Moten slowing it down to the right wing. Lob into the post. Catch is made. Burnett working on Miller. Spins up. Lays it good. That's good defense by Jed Miller. But Antoine Burnett, much bigger body, able to finish. And he's the first to double figures on the Grambling State side with his 11th point. MSU up by 4 with the ball. 2:10 to go first half. Olmsted out of the left elbow. Over to the right wing for Lekalot. Bounce pass into the post. Garacki makes a contested catch. Back and in. Double. Pivoting in the lane. Kicks it out. Patterson to Lekalot. Steps to his right. He lets it fly. Pure. Sam Lekalot from deep. Burying the 3 in the right wing. 5 points for Lekalot. The Wendy's 3-pointers starting to fall. And the Bobcats section up on their feet. MSU up by 7. 1:40 to go first half. Driving a kick. Off the mark. Turnover by Grambling State. Back and forth we go. MSU currently landing a couple of body blows, and they've got a 7-point lead nearing the end of the first half. We're stepping aside for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 1 minute, 40 seconds to go in the first half of a free-flowing game. MSU leading Grambling State 38-31. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy, I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza. Bridger Brewing, cheers to every adventure being better than the last. 1 minute, 40 seconds to go in the first half. Montana State leads Grambling State 38-31. The shots are falling. Cats are 62% from the field, 5 of 10 from downtown, so that's 5 Wendy's three-pointers. The Cats have 7 assists, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. So Dayton, kind of a, I think if you're from Bozeman, kind of a weird place to host the first four. Again, they just won the bid. I mean, I'm from Chicago. I still think it's a weird place to host, but that's okay. It's relatively centrally located for, I guess, Midwest people and some people from the East Coast. But part of the reason and part of the way they were able to get this done, they referred to themselves as the epicenter of college basketball, which seems strange on its surface when I started to see that. I mean, it's home to Dayton out of the A-10. They've won some A-10 titles. They haven't done anything crazy in the NCAA tournament. They've got another D1 program here, Wright State. They're in the Horizon League. They haven't done anything, crazy. And so I wondered, why? Why would this be the epicenter of college basketball when there's so many other places that you could put that title to? Turns out it was just something that a newspaper started to use while they were in the bidding process trying to get the first four. It was pure marketing. So that's the backstory on that when you hear everybody talking about the epicenter of college basketball. The marketing has won, and this has been a place with a lot of eyes on it for the NCAA tournament. The Bobcats trying to move on from here and get to Indianapolis. Take on number 1 Purdue. MSU with the ball now. They go to work offensively to our left, leading by 7 with 1:20 remaining, up 38-31 over Grambling State. Zone defense employed now by Grambling State. Into Lecolot in the middle of that zone. One dribble goes up, draws the foul. The pump fake got Jonathan Aku up in the air. Aku picks up his second foul, and Lecolot will head to the line for a pair of free throws. At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. It is a great crowd here. They traditionally sell this thing out. 13,409. Free throw by Lecolot is no good. Montana State, what a 4 from the free throw line. They have some suites that run the baseline but kind of up. They're connected to the ceiling and the roof. Beautiful spot to watch the ball game. And then it's a lower bowl connected to an upper deck that just goes straight up. So it's not really like an upper deck that hangs up. It's just that long, sweeping set of rows that go all the way up to the roof. Lecolot splits his free throws. He's got 6 points as he knocks down the second. And Grambling State has the basketball going to our right. But tremendous atmosphere and place to catch a ball game. And really one of the phenomenal facilities around college basketball, even if it's not the epicenter. In the left corner, Moulton steps in, tries the mid-range J. That's no good, and Olmstead tips the rebound to Sam Lecolot with a minute to go in the first half, and Montana State leading 39-31. Eddie Turner up at the top. Rob Ford has sat for a lot of the first half with 2 fouls. Back up to Olmstead. Lecolot's playing with 2 fouls right now as well. Olmstead picks up the dribble on the right wing. Give it out to the top for Lekalot. Back to Olmstead. Handoff for Turner. Takes it down to the right elbow. Goes over to the left wing, Garacki. Over to Olmstead with 4 to shoot. Back to Garacki. Tries a contested 3, and it's good. Rattling it home at the end of the shot clock. Brian Garacki's got a pair of 3s in his first D1 NCAA tournament. MSU with their largest lead of the day after the Garacki 3, up by 11. Shot clock dark with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Grambling State's going to burn it down here. Jermichael Moten with the dribble on the center logo. 9 seconds to go in the first half. Moten moving to his left. 6. Moten on driving. Kicks it out to the left wing for Smith. 3. Smith into the lane. Pulls up. Mid-range jumper. Good. And that's how the end of the first half comes to a close. Jordan Smith, that was an ice-cold bucket mid-post right side. And Grambling State very comfortable here. They're trying to calm themselves down. That was a big shot. Montana State leads it 42-33 at the end of the first half. And yeah, Jordan Smith, an experienced guy. This is an experienced roster for Grambling State, and they all kind of cooled it down a little bit and just, hey, we got this. We're all right. Meanwhile, for Montana State, shooting the lights out in the first half, shooting 63%. And they lead it 42-33 over Grambling State. The end of the first half in the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. All right, we're going to take a break. Bobcats hunting their first NCAA tournament win. Again, they're up 42-33 against Grambling State in a battle of the 16 seeds as we head to halftime. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle, and a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Welcome to the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. We're in the NCAA tournament first 4. Montana State playing the third of the first 4 games in a battle of 16 seeds. The winner of Montana State and Grambling State are heading off to Indianapolis to take on Purdue on Friday. That is a 5:25 Mountain Time tip. If the Cats can handle their business today, we would be on the air at 4:45 on Friday for that matchup against Purdue, which has lost to a double-digit seed each of the last 3 NCAA tournaments. But, of course, they've got that big man, Zach Edey, inside. We'll see if Montana State gets an opportunity to do some damage against the Big Ten's top team on Friday. But if they're going to do that, they have to win today. And right now, they're up 42-33. They had an 11-point lead at the end of that first half, which got cut to 9 after a late bucket by Jordan Smith to finish off that first half. We remind you that Town Pump is a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for Special Brawl the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we get back, we'll have an opportunity to take a look at the full rundown of stats. We'll also take a little bit of a wider look at the NCAA tournament as well, and peek in on what we are seeing from some other postseason teams coming out of the Big Sky this year. Our halftime score, Montana State leading Grambling State 42-33. Coming back to the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, local banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats!
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m. and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. The Bobcats have a lead in the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. They lead Grambling State 42-33. Join Champs New Kids Club, presented by Buildings Clinic Bozeman. Your $40 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/champskidsklub. All right, let's take a look at some of the numbers from the first half of play. Montana State shoots 63%, a blistering start, 17 of 27. 6 of 11 from downtown. That's 6 Wendy's. 3-pointers, 55%. 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Their lowest percentage from the field is actually from the free throw line. For Grambling State, 47% from the field. 3 of 7 from downtown. 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Bobcats -3 on the glass. They've given up 6 offensive rebounds. MSU, 8 assists, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. That's 8 assists and 2 turnovers with 5 steals. Eddie Turner leading the way with 2. Robert Ford with 0, so he's still sitting at 100 steals on the year. Individually, Brandon Walker leading the way, 10 points in 7.5 minutes. He did pick up a second foul. That limited some of his time, but he was incredibly effective in that first half. Robert Ford, 7 points, 2 assists, no turnovers, 3 rebounds. He only played 11 minutes with the 2 fouls. Brian Garacki, 6 points on a pair of Wendy's 3-pointers. John Olmstead, 6 points. He had a Wendy's 3 as well. Sam Lekalot, 6 points, played a bunch of time with 2 fouls. So Lekalot, Ford, and Walker each had 2 fouls in that first half. Eddie Turner, 4 points, 3 assists, 2 steals. And Tyler Patterson, 3 points, 1 assist in that first half. On the other side for Grambling State, led by Antoine Burnett, 11 points, 2 rebounds. Jordan Smith, 8 points. Jonathan Aku with 4. Jermichael Moten with 4. Mikhail Stevenson, 2. Jalen Johnson, 2. And Contavious Dozier, the leading scorer on the year for Grambling State, just 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting. So that's the full rundown of the scoring so far through 20 minutes of play. We're taking a break on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Montana State leading Grambling State 42-33 at the break. Back with more after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape for pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
It's time for a wellness tip from SCL Health, now Intermountain Health, an official health partner of the Bobcats. Do you ever feel winded after attending a Bobcats game? Here's something you might not know. Of course you do. You're a true blue and gold Bobcat fan. You sing the fight song at the top of your lungs. Stand up and cheer. Cheer long and loud for dear Montana State. That being said, keep those lungs healthy. The Bobcats need your energy. Learn more at intermountainhealth.org.
Everybody in your crew identifies as either Big Mac Burger, McNuggets, or McCrispy Sandwich. But you're the Filet-O-Fish Sandwich all day. That crispy fish, that savory tartar sauce, that melty cheese, that pillowy bun. Yeah, you get it. Every time.
Now, BOGO for $1 has your crew covered with Big Mac, Chicken McNuggets, and Filet-O-Fish. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for items equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We are back on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Bobcats leading the Grambling State Tigers up 42-33 at the break. All right, let's get to some business here at the half. Get to our delivery of the half, presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. Brandon Walker delivering a brilliant first half performance despite the 2 fouls. He went 5 of 6 from the field with 10 points in those first 20 minutes. He was exquisite. And Montana State, although they had to pull him off the floor a little bit, 10 points in 8 minutes, we'll see if he can get back out there. Do some damage as the Bobcats are out on the national stage. This is the only game going. Colorado and Boise State battling for the 10 seed coming up after this. And we'll see if Montana State can take care of business and close out their first NCAA tournament victory. If they do, they would be off to Indianapolis to take on Purdue on Friday night, 5:25 Mountain Time. We'd be on the air at 4:45 Mountain Time for that. Taking a look ahead and back a bit. First, the first 2 of the first 4 that came last night as we look at the First Interstate Bank scoreboard. Colorado State beat Virginia yesterday 67-42, so they move on in the Midwest region. Virginia only scored 14 points in the first half last night. Meanwhile, Wagner survived against Howard in a battle of 16s. Wagner won it 71-68. That was a heck of a ball game. Howard had a furious comeback, but they could not knock down a couple of late three-point opportunities, and they have been eliminated, so Wagner moves on. Wagner playing with 7 healthy bodies right now. So pretty impressive performance for them to survive. I believe, I heard they only had the 7 healthy bodies even through their conference tournament, and yet they are moving on to the first round of the NCAA tournament. So just to give you some perspective on what those teams have to do. So Colorado State will play tomorrow already, right? They played late last night. They didn't finish up their game until like 11:30 Eastern time. They're going to be playing in Charlotte tomorrow with a 4:50 Mountain Time tip against Texas. And then also Wagner, they're playing tomorrow at 12:45 Mountain Time, which would be 2:45 Eastern Time. They're also in Charlotte. They have the 1 seed, North Carolina. So those are some of the games to keep an eye on. Additionally, Boise State and Colorado coming up after this one. They would get Florida. Whoever wins that game gets Florida in Indianapolis at 2:30 Mountain Time on Friday. So they'll be bussing with us as well. And then some other games to keep an eye out for. So tomorrow everything gets going in the first round of the NCAA tournament. The first game that will go starts at 12:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Number 9, Michigan State. Number 8, Mississippi State in the West region to kick it all off. Long Beach State, we kind of mentioned this earlier. They're one of the more fascinating stories in the tournament here. So Long Beach State, they win their Big West tournament. They had kind of an up and down year, and they win the tournament, but they had fired Dan Munson, their head coach, who had been there for a while, and they fired him going into that tournament. He leads them to the title. He is in the NCAA tournament despite being a lame duck coach, and now he gets an opportunity against number 2 Arizona coming up tomorrow afternoon. So that one will be fascinating to watch as we continue to move forward. South Dakota State, which won the Summit League regular season and tournament title. They're a 15 seed. They play tomorrow in the East region. They have number 2 Iowa State. Dalton Connect and Tennessee, the transfer from Northern Colorado. They're in the Midwest region. They play tomorrow against the 15 seed St. Peter's. That game coming up late tomorrow night. Isaac Jones over at Washington State. They're in a 7-10 matchup against Drake in the first round of the East region. Tomorrow night, they're over in Omaha. So that's actually a much better game for Drake in terms of the geography of it all. Drake being from Iowa, so not too hard to get to Omaha from Drake, driving along Highway I-80. So those are some of the games tomorrow. And then Danny Sprinkle is waiting for us in Indianapolis if we can get there. Sprinkle has Utah State along with All-American Great Osabor. He was named an All-American just a couple of days ago now. So they are an 8 seed taking on the 9 seed TCU. And that is tomorrow night over on TBS. Tomorrow night, right? No, Friday. They're on Friday. So that's Utah State and TCU. They actually would play right after us in Indianapolis. And the winner of Purdue and the winner versus the winner of this game, so either Montana State or Grambling State, would get the winner of Utah State and TCU. So there is a non-0% chance that Montana State and Utah State could match up in a second-round game in Indianapolis. But Montana State has to hold on to a 9-point lead here, and they'd have to upset the 1 seed Purdue, which has had trouble with double-digit seeds over the last couple of years. So that is what's on tap around the NCAA tournament. Also, keeping an eye on a pair of Big Sky teams in postseason play. The CBI, the College Basketball Invitational, has not one but 2 Big Sky teams in it. That's a tournament that will be held down in Daytona Beach. The Grizzlies, Montana, they've got Presbyterian coming up on Sunday. And then Northern Colorado has Cleveland State in the first round at early in the morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday as things get started in that CBI coming up. So that's what we are looking at for some postseason teams around the Big Sky and beyond. And Tyler Patterson's brother, Quinn, will be playing in that CBI as well, UC San Diego, as they could finish off their transition from D2 to D1. The most famed band in the land playing right now to our left. They've got some camouflage jumpsuits on. The Grambling State Tiger Marching Band, well, the brass right now, but they are playing to our left. They are loud, they are tight, they are clean. One of the greatest bands around the country, and they have certainly been putting on a heck of a performance so far today. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we have the start of the second half. Montana State is 20 minutes away from their first ever NCAA tournament victory as they try to earn a date with number 1 Purdue on Friday, trying to dispatch fellow 16 seed Grambling State. Bobcats leading the Tigers 42-33. We're taking a break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m. and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
That wraps up the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. We'll get a quick hello to my colleague Ian Laird, who's out driving around doing daddy duties, picking up some cookies for his daughter. Hello, Ian. All right, here we go. Start of the second half is underway. Grambling State inbounds the basketball, trailing 42-33. They start the second half in the NCAA tournament in the first 4. So Grambling State with the ball. This one knocked out of bounds by the active hands of Robert Ford III, who was limited in his playing time in the first half due to some foul trouble. Grambling State inbounds to the right sideline. They give it into the top for Moten. Bounce pass into the right corner. Driving along the baseline. Jordan Smith hands it off. Tough pass, tipped. Fight for the loose ball. It's out of bounds. The Bobcats are taking the possession going the other way. Good active hands by the Bobcat defense. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. MSU with their first possession of the second half. Tyler Patterson has it at the top. Brandon Walker takes the pass over on the right wing. Moves right to the elbow. Gets down to the mid-post. Spins to the right shoulder. Backing in. Backing down. Goes up. Lays it. Yes, and one. As he tumbles down to his backside. Able to finish it off on the right side. And Brandon Walker going to the line, flexing it all out. 12 points for Brandon Walker. And he's got a chance for another one at the stripe. Jalen Johnson picking up his third foul. That's a big call. He's got to hustle back to the bench now, and that brings in Jonathan Aku. So Aku had been the starter, but Johnson started the second half, and he quickly comes out in the first 40 seconds after committing that foul. Exhale, Brandon Walker. Putting it up. Missed it. Man, Brandon Walker's got one last thing to clean up, and it's the free throw shooting. He's 0 for 3 today. MSU back up by 11, matching their largest lead of the day. 9:12 to go in the ball game. MSU on the cusp of their first ever NCAA tournament win, which would be a massive financial boon to the Big Skies. Moten, step back, right elbow jumper. Front iron, no. Brandon Walker boxing out and sealing out the rebound. MSU into the front court. Out to Garacki. Dials up the right corner 3. That's no good. Rebound won by Grambling State. Moten taking along the right sideline out to the right wing. Bounce into the right corner. Burnett slings it up to the top. Hand it off there. Burnett into the lane. Down to the left block. Pulls up his jumper. That's short. Patterson won the rebound and then got fouled. He boxed out the 6'11 Jonathan Aku, just picked up his third foul. How about that by Tyler Patterson? We don't see him mixing it up in the post too often. That was a big-time play by Tyler Patterson, playing in his third NCAA tournament game. MSU into the front court. Bobcats have 7 players with NCAA tournament experience. Third straight trip to the big dance. MSU looking for their first win ever. Ford on the drive, gets down to the baseline, stops on the block, hands it off. Garacki cut into the rack, lays it in with the left hand. First two-pointer for Garacki, knocked down a couple of threes early. Aware Mental Health Services assist from Rob Ford, and Garacki able to finish. Bobcats up by 13 with 18 minutes to go in the second half. MSU has sparked some avalanches in the second half in postseason play. See if they can put together another one here. Dozier into the mid-post, leans in, lays it in off the glass with the left hand. What body control by Contavious Dozier to finish that thing off up over Brandon Walker. Bobcats up by 11. 17 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the game. Patterson in the left corner, pumps a three. Into the middle of the zone for Walker, spins to the right shoulder and lays it in with the left hand. Oh, that spin move, getting the bright lights on a national stage. And Brandon Walker has 14. MSU up by 13 now. 17:20 to go in the ball game. Dozier misses the finger roll, got his own rebound, and the putback is good with the left hand. Dozier's got 6 points. Contavious Dozier trying to take some control, the team's leading scorer, who was held quite quiet in the first half. Into Patterson, tries the right corner three. Ooh, in and out. And the rebound grab by Grambling State. 17 minutes to go in the game. MSU up by 11. Grambling State with the ball, crossing over. Burnett into the lane, kicks it out, picked off. Eddie Turner with the steal in transition, one-on-one. Slows down to the right block, lays it up. No. Tipped back by Ford. No. Garacki the rebound in traffic. Up and fouled by Jordan Smith. Smith, his second foul. Turner missed that layup in transition with some pressure on his hip. Ford didn't have the putback, but Brian Garacki will go to the line for a pair of free throws. The Monroe, Oregon native. From the Oregon farm down to Point Loma in San Diego. Coming up with Coach Logie here. The first free throw is good for Brian Garacki, who's had as roller coaster of a year as anybody on this team. He was in discussion for newcomer of the year in the Big Sky before a February funk. Fell into a slump, broke out of it in the Big Sky tournament. Having a nice day today. Second free throw is no good. Garacki sitting at 9 points. Montana State leading 49-37. 16:35 to go in the second half. Out on the right wing, Moten bent over the bounce. Gives it to the right sideline for Dozier. Up to the top for Smith. Hand off for Moten. Has the standing dribble. Throws over to the left wing. Jordan Smith backing it in on Patterson. Tip free. Body's diving for it. We've got a whistle and a jump ball. Good hustle by Tyler Patterson. It's going to be Bobcat ball. At Montana's Rib and Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. MSU inbounds going from left to right. Rob Ford has the standing dribble. 16 minutes to go in the game. Cats up by a dozen. Ford to the left wing, trying to turn the corner. Into the lane, kicks it out. Garacki, he's left, wide open. Net three. No good. Oh, man, great look. Just swirled out. Cats are 6 of 14 from downtown. Dozier moving left. Takes it to the wing. Lost the dribble, and Garacki has the steal. He throws it ahead to Turner in transition. To Ford. Transition. Right wing three. No, too strong. Rebound, Grambling State. That was wide open. 2 good looks for the Cats that didn't fall. Grambling State gets organized. Hand it out to the right sideline and then to Moten on the right wing. Chest pass over to the left wing. Dozier working on Walker, driving in, steps through, blocked by Brandon Walker, and Rob Ford has the rebound. He's on the move from left to right. Ford accelerating into the lane, pump fake up, lays it, nobody draws the foul. The Cats really starting to push the envelope now Now, this was going to be a game of tempo. Could Grambling State slow this thing down? Could the Cats speed it up? The Bobcats starting to speed it up now in the second half as Brandon Walker pumps up the contingent of Cats fans on the opposite side of the arena. We're going to step aside for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Bobcats have a couple of free throws when we come back. In the first four of the NCAA tournament, 15 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the ball game. Montana State leading Grambling State 49-37. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Working from home has definitely put home projects into overdrive. New landscaping, gardens, patios, and fences. But if you're digging, you're contacting 811. Utility lines, including Northwestern Energy's, can be buried even just a few inches underground, and hitting one can be dangerous. The best way to keep you, the community, and your contractor crew safe is by having lines properly marked. Make your request online at least 2 full business days before you want to dig at call811.com.
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position before we get to a slew of shout-outs. Montana State leading 49-37 in the NCAA tournament with 15 minutes, 18 seconds to go. The battle between Montana State and Grambling State. Let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Montana State Basketball. I'm Keaton Galogly with Will Gordon back in the studios. The first four of the NCAA tournament, Montana State, in a battle of 16 seeds, leads 49-37 over Grambling State with 15 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the game. All right, we got shout-outs. Hello, Calvin, a.k.a. Calzone, tuning in after finishing up a shift in Big Sky. Hello, Regina in Saskatchewan. Hello, Forest Grove, Oregon, tuning in today. Also, Smokey says, "Go Cats" from Helena. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Corvallis, or Corvallis. I'm sorry, Mike, I haven't been there, but Corvallis, Montana, tuned in today as well. So we have a bunch of Cat Country tuning in as Montana State tries to continue this historic run over the last 3 years. So 2020 is turning into the decade of the Bobcats with 3 NCAA tournament bids and potentially 1 NCAA tournament win. Robert Ford III is at the free throw line. He knocks down his first attempt. We remind you, in Montana, parenting is important to us. Figuring it out doesn't come easy. In the ParentingMontana.org podcast, we talk with experts about the challenges and the joys of being in a parenting role. Montana, ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success. Second free throw is no good. Montana State is only 4 of 10 from the free throw line. That has absolutely got to be cleaned up. Grambling State into the front court, around to the right wing. Moten takes it to the left elbow, driving a kick out to the left wing. Dozier pumps the 3, doesn't take it, slings out to the right wing. Smith on the drive into the lane, spins on the left foot, turns the jumper. Oh, that's good. Wow, what a shot. High degree of difficulty as Jordan Smith gets into double figures with 10. Man, what a player. The senior, the second year at Grambling State. MSU up by 11 with the ball. 14:40 to go in the second half. Garacki, deep NBA 3. Pure from the logo. Brian Garacki from way downtown. He's into double figures in his first NCAA tournament, And Brian Garaki's got 12 points. Wow. He was feeling it. And Montana State is up by 14. 14 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the game. Dozier tries to respond from deep. That three ball's no good. Robert Ford with his 6th rebound of the day. And Montana State is into the front court. Ford out on the left wing. Throws it up to the top for Eddie Turner. Ford with a big smile to Patterson. Right corner three. That's no good. Rebound won by Grambling State despite the pressure from Ford. Tigers into the front court. To the free throw line. Into the lane. Moten reverse spin off the glass. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. Loose on the deck. Picked up by Aku. Missed the dunk, but he's fouled by Tyler Patterson. First foul by Patterson, and Aku will go to the line. Montana State trying to snap the Big Sky's 17-year losing streak in the NCAA tournament. The last win in the tournament came back in 2006, technically a 16-game losing streak. But it was number 12 Montana that beat number 5 Nevada. Former Bobcat assistant Andy Hill was an assistant on that team. First free throw is no good from Aku. Now, you probably don't know this, but with every win in the NCAA tournament, a unit is won by the conference. The unit is a financial compensation for the win. I believe this year it's $1.7 million. It's usually about $1.7 to $2 million. But that gets sent to the conference for every win. And a win today would mean an additional $1.7 million to the Big Sky Conference. Free throw is good for Aku. He splits the pair. So these first 4 games, some people want to kind of poo-poo it, but if you do win, it is a major financial windfall for the Big Sky Conference. The Cats and the Big Sky Conference have not had that since 2006. Montana State turns the ball over along the baseline, and Grambling State takes it into the front court, trailing by 13 with 13 and a half to go. Smith throws it out to the top. It's moved around over the right wing for Moten. He drives with a lefty dribble into the lane, has his pocket picked by Rob Ford. Patterson picks it up, then it's poked free, recovered again by Grambling State. Drive to the rack, lefty layup. That is good. Wow, Jamel Kofer with his first points. That was a thing of beauty. Spinning it off the window with the left hand. MSU with the ball to our right. Olmstead has it pivoting on the right wing, gives it to Patterson, throws it back the other way to Garacki, into the left corner for Turner. He drives, and we got a whistle and a travel as Turner initiated his drive. Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. Grambling State with the ball from right to left. Bobcats leading by 11, 12:48 to go against Grambling State. First ever meeting between these two programs. Toss up to the top. Burnett has the dribble, moving right. Slows it down on the right wing. Around the perimeter to the left wing. Stevenson on the drive, cutting into the lane, stops, pivoting in the restricted area, fall away. Jumper is good and one. Foul underneath. Rob Ford got tagged for it. I thought that was going to be Olmstead. Looking at the replay here. Oh, yeah, Ford didn't even hit him as he swiped down. That's a tough call. We just saw the replay on the big board. Yeah, that's a tough call. Third foul on Ford. He did not make contact. He swiped down, but there was no contact with the shooter. Heck of a finish it by Mikhail Stevenson. So he goes to the line as Ford picks up his third foul. 11-point lead for Montana State. You don't want any false pride here. 12:30 to go in the game. Free throws up and good. Stevenson knocking it down. This is a Grambling State team that has been through their share of adversity. They had a 9-game losing streak earlier this year. They played 5 NCAA tournament teams in the non-conference, and they avenged a tournament title loss last year with the win this year to get to the NCAAs. The Bobcats do not break the timeline. The 10 count and a turnover by MSU. And now Grambling State battling back, trailing by 8 after trailing by as much as 14. We've seen this before. And a Let's Go Tigers chant starts up from the Grambling faithful. 12 and a quarter to go in the ball game. Montana State is leading 53-45. Kofer, lefty dribble into the lane, going to the rack, lays it good. High up over the glass, over the contest of Sam Lekalot. And Jamel Kofer starting to make a name for himself in this ball game. He only played 12 total minutes in the SWAC tournament over the 3 games. MSU's lead has been cut to 6. Time to go to work with 11:45 to go in the game if they want this season to continue. Olmstead at the top, hands it off for Garacki. Lefty dribble, double team trap, poked out of bounds. Oh, he lost it, and a turnover by MSU. And starting to crumble a bit now. Grambling State has turned the tide after they had trailed by 14, and they've got the momentum now. They're within striking distance. There's just no blowouts in the NCAA tournament, are there? We're taking a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. 11 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the ball game. Montana State back on their heels, but leading 53-47 over Grambling State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
When your day one proves they're a real one by showing up with McDonald's breakfast before you even get out of bed. The Friends Don't Let Friends Skip Breakfast deal.
Real friends also understand if you eat their hash browns before you even drive back. It's buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's with 5 options to mix and match. Sausage McMuffin, burrito, McGriddles, biscuit, or hash browns. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
Join the Town Pump Fountain and Coffee Club with Pump It Up rewards. Buy 5 of any size fountain drink or coffee and get your 6th free. It pays to be a Pump It Up rewards member. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
As a Montana parent, I want to be at my best for my child. I've learned that if I want to be at my best, then I need to take care of myself. ParentingMontana.org has podcast episodes about taking care of my own health and well-being, improving my relationship with my parenting partner, and supporting my child's physical and mental health. I found the podcast to be informative, relatable, and I can tune in whenever I have time. ParentingMontana.org. Tools for your child's success.
Brought to you by SAMHSA and Montana DPHHS.
Back in the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, 11:38 to go in the ball game. An 8-0 run here by Grambling State has cut this lead for the Bobcats down to 6. Hello, Sarah Wilson, tuning in, sitting in her car while her daughter is in dance class. So hello, Sarah, tuned in today. Montana State up 53-47 over Grambling State. Again, 11:38 to go in the ball game. Grambling State, this is their run if they're coming back and earning a win in the NCAA tournament in their first berth into the big dance. This is the run that is going to do it. The SWAC all-time has 7 NCAA tournament wins. 3 of those have come in the first 4, and that's what they're trying to secure today. Meanwhile, Montana State looking for the Big Sky's 18th all-time win in the NCAA tournament. Idaho State actually leads the way with 8. Weber has 6, Montana has 2, Idaho has 1. That's the full collection of NCAA tournament wins out of the Big Sky. Bobcat basketball brought to you by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to the driver's seat, enjoy every minute. When you're ready for something new, get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. Grambling with the ball to our left. They are rolling right now. Backing in, posting up. Burnett against Garacki. Turns, fall away Jay. Missed it. Loose rebound, picked up. Lefty hook shot, no. Fight for the loose ball. And finally, at long last, Montana State wins the rebound. MSU from left to right, up 53-47. They have cooled here in the second half. Just 4 of 11 from the field. MSU working on the perimeter. Olmstead hands it off. Eddie Turner has it at the top. He's on the drive into the lane, stops, kicks it back out to the top of the key. Over to Olmstead on the elbow, right side. Puts it on the floor with a lefty dribble, gets in the lane. The floater is up, left it short. The Bobcats have not scored in almost 4 minutes now. Huge possession here for Grambling State. Down by 6 with 10:35 to go. Aku throws it over to the right wing. Drive by Stevenson, spins, lefty layup, good and one. Wow, what a finish. He gets up, looks at his fan base on the opposite side. They're pumping everything up now. A 4-point lead for MSU and a 10-0 run for Grambling State. That'll bring Rob Ford back in with the 3 fouls. I gave that to Garacki. I thought that was Olmsted live. First foul on Garacki. So Stevenson able to put in that circus fall-away jumper, and he's got a chance for the and one. Stevenson having a big second half. .78% free throw shooter. Stevenson puts it up and puts it in. For the most part, the Cats haven't really put Grambling at the line. That is one of their strengths at 23 free throw attempts per game. That was just their 8th. MSU's lead has been cut to 3. Had been 14 points not long ago. Brandon Walker at the top. Handoff for Rob Ford. Crossing over, gives it to Walker at the top. Takes it to the right elbow, then to Turner. Dribbling left, into the lane, stops, kicks. Ford, extra pass to the left corner. Lecolot pumps, throws it up to the top. Bad pass, turnover, Montana State. And with Grambling State down by a possession, a lot hanging to the balance here with 10:01 to go in the game. Montana State leading 53-50. 13-3 run for Grambling State now. The Cats have turned the ball over 5 times in the last 4.5 minutes. It's getting dangerous late. Really one of the first times right now for Montana State playing with some expectations here against Grambling State. Up to the top for Smith, over to the right wing, Stevenson. He steps in, open 3, left it short, that would have tied it. Long rebound, Brandon Walker won it from the seat of his pants, gets that pass off to Rob Ford, and the Bobcats into the front court. Leading by 3, trying to end a 5-minute scoring drought. Ford kicks it out to the top for Walker, then to Ford on the left wing. Ford pivoting. Gives to Turner at the top, dribbles right, throws into Walker, throws back out. Ford dials up a left wing 3. Good. Rob Ford brings the rain to the drought, and Montana State is back up by 6. That ends the 5-minute scoring drought. Could not have come any sooner. 56-50 MSU, 9:05 to go. Grambling with the ball to our left. Burnett gives it to Smith on the left wing. Guarded by Lecolot. 8 to shoot. Puts it on the floor. Into the lane. Stops. Pops. Blocked. And fouled. Looked like a lot up top. Did he get him underneath? I'm not sure. I thought that was a clean block. So Lecolot picks up his 3rd. And Jordan Smith will go to the line. He had the 20-point game of the SWAC final. Averages 10 a game. The New Orleans, Louisiana native. Grambling State in Grambling, Louisiana, which is in north-central Louisiana near the Arkansas border. And he missed the first free throw. Quiet start to the second half for the Bobcat offense at 39% from the field. 2 of 7 from downtown. They've also left some points at the free throw line. And turnovers have perked up after just 2 in the first half, 5 in the second. Smith puts it up at the line, and it's good. 11 points for Jordan Smith, who spells Jordan with a U. A little pressure in the backcourt. Montana State going from left to right. Eddie Turner takes it up to the half-court line, and he is across. Takes it over to the right sideline. Trap comes, dribbles out of it, and gives it to Patterson. Up to Ford. That was clean by Montana State's ball handlers. Cats leading by 5. 8:35 to go in the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. Walker into the lane, up with the right hand, too strong off the glass. Rebound, Grambling State. Smith into the front court out on the left wing. Touch pass into the post, goes up with the right hand. No good, Lecolot with the defense and the block. Denies Jalen Johnson. MSU into the front court. Lecolot has it on the left wing, up to Ford. Jumps for 3, yes. Robert Ford from downtown at the top. He's heating up. It's his 16th straight game with multiple three-point makes. And the Bobcats are back up by 8. 8 minutes remaining in the ball game. MSU trying to continue this golden march. Greatest stretch of time in Bobcat basketball history. Trying to put a cherry on top of their first NCAA tournament win. Drive and a foul and a bucket. Burnett able to finish with the Euro step. Walker was backing up trying to avoid the foul. They've had some light touch fouls up top. That'll take us to a pause for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the ball game. Montana State up 59-53 against Grambling State, trying to fend off a late run. We're in the first four of the NCAA tournament. We're taking a break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Snow is falling and temps are dropping, Bobcat fans, so it's the perfect time to cozy up with heartwarming soups and comfort food. Elevate your kitchen game and create magic tonight with La Cuisine's premium cookware. Don't forget the secret ingredient, a new top-selling cookbook. Attend a cooking class and you'll learn how to make every meal a slam dunk. La Cuisine is Bozeman's boutique kitchen store, and we can help you create the perfect table with our curated Montana-made and European dining treasures. Discover the ideal blend of style and functionality at La Cuisine, 2405 West Main.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman. When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
We're back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading 59-53 with 7:46 to go in the ball game. This is the first four of the NCAA tournament from Dayton. They will continue to host the first four here in Dayton for the next couple of years. Contracted to have it for the next 3 or 4 seasons until 2026. Meanwhile, Montana State trying to make it out of the first four and into the first round in Indianapolis against Purdue, the 1 seed, coming up on Friday. The Bobcats are the first Big Sky team to be a 16 seed since 2014. This game is brought to you by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. Robert Ford III. There's a 3 in his name for a reason. He's got 3 Wendy's three-pointers tonight, 3 of 4 from downtown, 14 points for Rob, matching the game high of 14 points with Brandon Walker. And for Ford, he has now made multiple three-point field goals in a game for 16 straight games. Last time he had fewer than 2 three-point makes was January 22nd against Idaho. All right, everybody dialing it up, getting set. Excuse me, I said January 22nd against Idaho. It was Idaho State that Ford had fewer than 2 three-point makes. Meanwhile, the free throw is good for Burnett, completing the three-point play. Montana State up 59-54, 7:40 to go in the first four of the NCAA tournament. Bobcats looking to march on. Robert Ford III with a bounce over on the left wing. Goes to the top for Brandon Walker. Spins into the lane, down to the mid-post, draws the double team, and a late jump ball call. They got it in there, and it's going the other way to Grambling State. Grambling State's defense, which was one of the best in the SWAC, they only allowed 65 points per game, that ranked second in conference, has stood up tall here in the second half tonight as they have cut into a 14-point deficit. Rob Ford, nearly with a steal, but recovered by Kofer. Kofer on the drive, gets inside, lays it up with the left hand and got it to go. Jamel Kofer with 6 points all in the second half. Bobcats leading by 3 with 7 minutes to go. Ford lost the handle on the ball, tipped out of bounds. Oh, and it's going the other way. That was just an unforced error by Rob Ford. That's all right. Take a deep breath, wash it away, go back to work. 1 possession game, Grambling State with the ball. They have not led since the 5-minute mark of the first half. Out of the left wing. Kofor working on forward. Backing in. Down to the left block. Turns. Jumper. That's good. Boy, the shot making from Grambling State right now is otherworldly. That 2-ball makes it a 1-point game. MSU leading 59-58 over Grambling State with 6:35 to go in the ballgame. Out of the right wing. Eddie Turner throws it up to the top. Around to the left wing. Ford looking for some space. Steps to his left. Triggers the 3. That's no good. And Grambling State has a chance for their first lead since the first half. Trailing by 1. Backing in. Bump. No call. Jump shot. No. Walker the rebound. Ford tried to take the charge. They left it as a no call. MSU with the ball. Big stop there. Cats need a bucket badly. Trying to end a 7-0 run by Grambling State. Turner driving a kick. Patterson for 3. Swirls off. No good. Man, that was a great look. Needed it. Grambling State has the rebound, and again, they've got a chance for the lead. Looking for a win in their first NCAA tournament berth. Bounce pass into the post. Catch is made. Reverse layup is good, and Grambling State has the lead as Jamel Coffer has gone off in the second half. He's got 10 points since the break. 60-59 Grambling State. They've got the momentum, and a prime lending timeout called by Montana State. We'll take a break. Grambling is plus 10 on the scoreboard in the second half. They're on a 21-6 run, and they've taken their first lead of the second half. We'll take a break. The first 4 of the NCAA tournament, the Bobcats looking to stop the tie. 5:39 to go in the ball game. It's Grambling State 60, Montana State 59. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
What's in a name? For some, the meaning runs deeper than the word we see in front of us. There's a history to it. We are Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, and the biggest part of our name will always be the smallest, of, because it's the of that connects us, which means we are of our communities, of a promise passed down for a healthier tomorrow. Through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
For every adventure and every mishap, Bozeman Health provides expert, personalized care to each person, going well beyond traditional health care. We're your partner in health and well-being, working together for your day-to-day and the decades to come. With care sites in Belgrade, Big Sky, and Bozeman, and with the only hospitals in the Gallatin Valley, Bozeman Health keeps your care close to home. Find a Bozeman Health provider today at bozemanhealth.org. The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. It's getting testy late in the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. The Bobcats are trailing by 1. Grambling State 60, Montana State 59, 5:39 to go in the ball game. Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We'll hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. We also remind you to know what's below. Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana, 811.org. It's crunch time. Bobcats opened up a 14-point lead with 14 and a half minutes to go in the ballgame. Since then, Grambling State is on a 21-6 run. Cats had a 5-minute scoring drought. They're currently on a 2.5-minute scoring drought, and MSU is now coming out of their prime lending timeout. Prime lending, home loans, made simple. So it is danger time. Meanwhile, Montana State needs to start hitting some shots. Just 6 points in the last 8 minutes after they had a massive offensive first half, shooting 63% and scored 42 points. However, they've been outscored by 10 since the break. Bobcats ready to inbound to the left sideline. Into Eddie Turner. Tip free stolen. Kofor in the transition. Missed the layup. Tip back is good. Oh, man. Mikhail Stevenson with the trail. 3-point lead for Grambling State. 5:28 to go in the ball game. What a steal by Kofer, the second-year sophomore out of Marcos, Texas. Forward up at the top. Has it poked away, chasing it down, wins it in the backcourt. Bobcats go back to work. Down to Olmstead to the cup. Two-hand jam. The Bobcats break the drought. John Olmstead with a slam. He's got 8 points. Wow, Montana State needed that. MSU down 62-61. 5:09 to go in the game. Ford, Garacki, Turner, and Patterson in the backcourt with Olmstead in the middle. What a ball game. Couple of 16 seeds duking it out, looking for a date with number 1 Purdue on Friday in Indianapolis. Burnett, bounce over to the right wing. Lob into the post. Tough catch made. Strip free. Rob Ford knocks it out of bounds. And it'll stay with Grambling State. This is really one of the first times Montana State has played with some pressure, where they feel like they came in expecting to win. They have wilted here in the second half, but they're down by just one with just under 5 minutes remaining. Inbounds pass underneath the basket for Grambling State. Jordan Smith has it, takes it out to the right wing and hands it off there. Stevenson lost his footing, and Eddie Turner has the steal. Turner in transition, throws out to the right wing, and gives it back to Turner. From Patterson to Turner, the Cats wisely slow it down. Turner to the right elbow, picks up the dribble, gets rid of it to Patterson on the right wing. Back to Turner around the perimeter. Ford steps to his left. Bounce pass into the post. Olmstead back to the basket. Back into the middle of the lane. Had it poked away from behind by Stevenson. And the Bobcats turned it over again. Their 9th turnover in the second half. That has been killer. Grambling with the ball up 1. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Staying with Grambling. Rob couldn't quite wrap it up. Cats fans sitting on pins and needles now after giving up a big second half lead. That was a script we have seen during the season. Montana State trying to extend this 4-game winning streak. Meanwhile, Grambling State has won 9 of their last 10 and 18 of their last 22. Grambling to inbound to the baseline. Lob out high. Kofer makes the catch near the half-court line. Hands it off for Burnett. 4:05 remaining. Grambling up by 1. They have the basketball to our left. Smith out on the right wing. Holding the ball above his head, gives it to the free throw line. Johnson has to throw it back out to Smith. He tries a contested flat-footed 3 and drills it. Oh, wow. That kind of night, huh? Jordan Smith, big-time bucket. 4-point lead for Grambling with 3:44 to go in the game. Montana State needs some offense. Down to Olmstead mid-post. Back out to Rob Ford. Takes it into the lane. Pulls up. Runner. Yes, and one. Oh, baby. What a bucket by Robert Ford III. 16 points for Rob. He's going to the line. But first, a break. The foul is on Jalen Johnson, his 4th. Here we go. Rob Ford at the line in a 2-point game when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3:35 remaining. Grambling State leading 65-63 over Montana State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy. I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. Oh, we are going to remember the next 3 minutes and 35 seconds for a long time. Grambling State leads Montana State 65-63. Will they be happy memories or will they sour? Bobcats had a 14-point lead with 14 and a half minutes to go. Grambling State has been riding a hot shot-making run since. They've been doing their damage in the paint. 40 of their 65 points tonight have been in the paint. Montana State has gone cold from 3 of 10 from downtown in the second half. Top Ford still doing what he can do, just made very tough shot, and he is going to the line for a 1-and-1 now. Intermountain Health, formerly known as SAL Health in Big Sky Country, a proud sponsor and health partner of Montana State Athletics. Robert Ford III at the stripe. Bobcats need some free throws to fall. That has been a struggle today. Ford hits what he needs to hit. Cats are now 6 of 11 from the free throw line. We got a 1-point game. Grambling State with the ball leading 65-64. 3:29 to go in the ball game. Grambling with the ball to our left. They are milking that clock down. They want to limit the possessions. Moten on the drive, bounce pass underneath, back cut, reverse layup, and it's good. Jalen Johnson able to finish. Boy, they're getting everything they want inside right now. Cats down 3 with 3:05 to go in the ball game. Oh, there's an opportunity for some shining moments here, but the Montana State needs to get some stops. They've let Grambling State shoot 52% in the second half. Meanwhile, the Bobcats trying to find some rhythm offensively again. Ford off a screen to the top. And he draws a quick little hand check foul on Jamel Kofer, his second. 6th team foul on Grambling. Bobcats will be shooting the next foul. 67-64 Grambling, 2:52 to go in the game. It's been a magical ride in March. This would be a dud back down to earth if the Cats can't come back. Garacki for the tie. Oh, yeah! Topside 3 by Brian Garacki from deep. And Montana State has tied it. Oh, there's the magic again, just when they needed it. 67 all, 2:30 remaining in the game. Out to the left wing, Kofer dribbling right to the free throw line. Stops, pivoting, throws it out to the right wing. Moten with 10 to shoot, has the dribble. Moving left around a screen, 7 to shoot. Moten bounce into the post, left side. Johnson turns, hooks it up, and hooks it home. Jalen Johnson with 6 points. Montana State back down by 2. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the game. The first 4 of the NCAA tournament. And Turner had his pocket picked from behind by Kofer. He's in transition, running from right to left. Lays it up, left it short. Whistle, foul. Ooh, tough. Who's that foul going on? Is that Ford? It is. Rob Ford just picked up his 4th. Oh, man. That's a tough call. I'd love to see the replay. We'll see if they put it up on the video board here. 2:01 remaining in the game. 2 free throws coming for the second-year sophomore, Jamel Kofer, who has had a second half to remember. 10 points. He just had the steal that turned this into the foul. Trying to extend the 2-point lead. First of the 2 free throws is no good. Kofer is 74% free throw shooter. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. 69-67, Grambling State leading with another free throw coming from Jamel Kofer. The shot is good, 11 points for Kofer. 3-point lead for Grambling, 2:01 remaining. Full court press by Grambling State. Inbound to Eddie Turner, picked up by Moten. Throws over to Ford on the right sideline, and he takes it across the timeline. Cats need a bucket. Shots are starting to fall on both sides now. Eddie Turner moving right over to the wing. Goes back to the left wing for Patterson. Around the perimeter. Picks up the dribble. Hands it off for Olmstead. Olmstead Gives it to Ford, tries the left wing three, buries it. We got a tie ball game. Robert Ford III will not let this thing end. A timeout called by Montana State. Prime Lending timeout. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Wow. Robert Ford III burying that left wing three. My goodness, what a shot. So clutch as can be. And the 11th 20-point game for Robert Ford. Averaging 16 points a game. And now his 11th 20-point game. 13 in the second half. 1,087 points in Robert Ford's career. Today his 103rd Division I ball game. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. But he cannot foul out. Feels like if he fouls out, that would end the season. He's sitting with 4 fouls right now. 96 seconds left in regulation. Colorado and Boise State hanging around. They're up next. Are the Bobcats getting on a bus to Indianapolis tonight? Or are they flying home to Bozeman and looking ahead to the next year? Purdue sitting around and waiting. They have the winner of this one on Friday. 70 points apiece, 1:30 remaining in the ball game. One of these two teams is getting their first ever NCAA win. Moten throws it up to the top for Smith. Throws back to Moten. Up to the top, Smith moving right. Cats got to get some stops here. Smith crossing over, lost the dribble, picks it up, throws to Burnett at the top, 10 to shoot. Burnett against Olmsted, spins inside, goes up with the right hand, lays it, no, tip back, no, and the Bobcats have the rebound. MSU able to get the stop, and now they have a chance to break this 70-point tie with 65 seconds left. Who's going to hit the legendary shot? Robert Ford gives it to Eddie Turner at the top. Handoff for John Olmsted. Takes it to the left wing, gives to Turner. He's pestered on the left wing. Turner on the drive, puts up the runner, blocked and fouled. Contact on that wrist, and Eddie Turner is going to the line with a chance to put the Bobcats on top. 70 points apiece, 51 seconds to go in the game. Cats in their 6th NCAA tournament. Grambling State in their first. Somebody is going to make a play that will be remembered forever in program history. Eddie Turner exhales. And the first foul shot is good. First point for Turner in the second half. Bobcats have a 1-point lead. Lekalot in, adding some rim protection and defense. Garacki takes a seat. So you got Lekalot and Olmsted on the inside. That's where Grambling State's been doing their damage with points in the paint, 44 of them. Turner's second free throw. That's good. Clutch as can be for Eddie Turner, who's got 6 points. MSU up 72-70. 50 seconds to go in the ball game. Cats fans coming to their feet. Tigers fans coming to their feet. And a timeout called by Grambling State. Northwest Crossing is springing to life with brand new homes now selling by Williams Homes. Discover airy, comfortable floor plans with built-in value beginning in the 600,000s. Residents can walk to neighborhood parks, shopping, dining, and retail. Plus, you'll be close to good schools. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. Man, oh man, what a ball game. Cats had a 14-point lead early in the second half. Grambling went on a 21-6 run. And we've been going back and forth since. 6 ties, 5 lead changes. Montana State has led for most of this game. They've led for 30 of the 40 minutes. Or I guess I should say 30 of the 39 minutes. But there's only really 1 second that matters, and that's the final second. Grambling's been hitting their shots. Bobcats have had some cold stretches in the second half, but Robert Ford III has 4 Wendy's three-pointers, and he has been the star of the second half. 20 points for Ford, 14 for Walker, 15 for Brian Garacki, 8 for Olmsted. On the other side, the star has been Jamail Kofer in the second half, 11 points since the break. Montana State trying to help put this thing away. Cats up 72-70. Final 47 seconds now. Grambling State with the ball on the right sideline. Jordan Smith ready to go. Inbounds it to Moten. Here we go. Grambling State with a chance to tie or take the lead in the final seconds. Toss over to the left wing. Kofer working on forward, drives down, puts up the runner, left dig. No, he got it to go. It rattles home. Looked like it was going to be short. Kofer ties it. 35 seconds to go. 5-second differential between the shot and game clock in a tie game, 72-all. Where are the Cats going to go offensively? Grambling will probably get another opportunity. A sold-out crowd of over 13,000 coming to their feet at the end of this ball game of the first four of the NCAA tournament. And Montana State uses the timeout with 10 seconds on the shot clock, 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Wow, what an atmosphere. The largest crowd the Bobcats have played in front of all year long. Plenty of Bobcat fans dotted around this sea of 13,000 college basketball fans. And Montana State trying to march on here. Big shot after big shot. The star for Grambling State, Jamail Kofer. First year at Grambling, only played 9 years last year at Stephen F. Austin. He's only a second-year player. Did not play in their title game in the SWAC tournament, and he only played 12 total minutes. But here in the second half, Kofer has tied it with his 13th second-half points. 72-all. Who's getting the clutch shot for Montana State? Even if they make it, Grambling State will have an opportunity, and Grambling has scored seemingly at will in the second half. The other part of it is they've really forced a lot of turnovers. MSU with 10 turnovers in the second half after just 2 in the first half. Both teams making shots down the stretch. These two teams are a combined 8 of 9 from the field over their last 9 combined shots. 15 seconds to go in regulation. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Montana State with the ball trying to break the 72-point tie. Somebody is writing their name as a Bobcat legend right now. Brian Garacki on the right sideline. He will inbound for MSU. 13,000 on their feet at UD Arena, the first four. Into Brandon Walker. He takes it into the middle of the post, spins to the right shoulder. He turns, hooks it up, left it short, fight for the loose ball. Grambling won it. And they want to call a timeout here, and they finally do with 6 seconds to go. He looked like he traveled there as he was stepping through and trying to call that timeout. So they go to Brandon Walker. He's unable to finish down on the right sideline with the spin move. Walker with 14 points, 7 of 10 from the field. Looking at the replay here, they just swarmed him, and he did not pass out of it. He almost still got it to go with the right hand. Then Smith got it. He was trying to call timeout. That's a travel. That was absolutely a travel by Jordan Smith as he was trying to call timeout. His right foot was the pivot foot. He then stepped forward on his left foot trying to call timeout. They did not grant it. He picked up his right foot, and then they granted the timeout. Should have been a travel, should have been a turnover. 6 seconds to go in regulation. 72-point tie between Montana State and Grambling State. It's only the third game of the NCAA tournament, and this one, so far, is the game of the tournament. Well, whoever hits the shot, they're going to be on the One Shining Moment reel in April when we get off, and they show that final montage after the national championship game. A legendary moment's up for grasp. First four of the NCAA tournament, Grambling, Montana State, first ever meeting, and it has been a doozy. They got to go the length of the floor from right to left. Into Moten, 5 seconds left in regulation. Moten out to the right wing with 3. Moten with 2, crossing over. He bobbled it, just heaves up a prayer. No, and we're going to overtime. Oh my goodness. That would have been a prayer answered, and somehow we have more basketball. Whoa, he had his pocket picked. It was loose. Tip it around, and as the buzzer sounded, just kind of heaved it up. Not a shot you practice. And it rimmed out, and the Bobcats still have life. Wow. Cats almost had their season ended. They lost a 14-point lead, but this game knotted up at 72 points apiece as we head to overtime. The Bobcats are 1-2 in overtime games this year. Grambling State has won a double overtime game this year. They lost a double overtime game this year. They are 0-1 on the year. And that was their final regular season game of the year. This is what it's all about, baby. Legendary moments are being written today. Will it be Bobcat Gold or Tiger Gold that will move on in a 72-point tie between Montana State and Grambling State? So we're getting ready to go for overtime. Purdue, they're sitting around. They're kicked back in their hotel right now. They're in Indianapolis, and they are loving it because whoever has to play this has to travel to Indianapolis tonight. They'd let this thing go 8 overtimes if they could. Montana State now heading into overtime after giving up that second half lead and trying to advance in the dance in the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. Robert Ford, 20 points today. Walker with 14. Garacki has 15. Bobcats shooting 55% from the field, but the second half was not it. 10 turnovers in the second half, and that has hurt them dramatically. 46 points in the paint for Grambling State. That's been a big part of it as well. 23-8 in points off turnovers in favor of Grambling. All right, here we go. It's overtime. We get our second prime lending tip-off of the night. 5 minutes to play in OT. 72-point tie. Jordan Smith and John Olmstead at center court. And Jordan Smith knocks it into the scores table. And they're saying it's Grambling ball. I thought that was Smith. I thought Smith had it. All right, well, Grambling gets the possession, but it means Montana State will have the possession arrow. Well, these are the types of games that'll age you, but plenty of Bobcat fans will trade a few days or years off their life for the first NCAA tournament win in program history, coming in their 6th try. Moten has it out on the right wing, guarded by Rob Ford, who has 4 fouls today. Moten on the drive, leaning in, floats it up, floats it home. Moten got it to go, and it's a 74-72 lead for Grambling State. Ford throws it up to the top. We got a whistle and a hand check foul on Grambling. I think that was Burnett. They're going to give it to Moten, rather. So the foul goes on Tremichael Moten, his first. 4:29 to go in the first overtime. A 1-1 here for Eddie Turner. Chance to tie this game if he hits them both. The front end is good. Eddie Turner doing his homework, hitting his free throws, including the first and the front end of that 1-1. Turner lining it up again. No good. 74-73 Grambling. 4:25 remaining in overtime. From right to left, Grambling with the ball. What a comeback by Grambling State. They're a very efficient offensive team. Shooting 50% tonight. Around the perimeter up to the top. Burnett has it out of the right wing. Picks it up. Goes to Kofer. 4 to shoot. Kofer crossing over into the lane. Lays it up. No, but a foul. Olmstead reached out, and he is hit for his second foul. That's the right call. Looks like you got him on the arm there, reaching out with the right hand. So a couple of free throws coming here for Kofer. Kofer puts it up, the left-handed shooter, and it's good. Man, what a star performance by Kofer in the second half. And now into overtime. 14 points. Chance for more now. Rob Ford, the leading scorer in this game with 20. The second free throw is good. 3-point lead for Grambling State, 76-73. 4 minutes to go in overtime. The Bobcats just have not been able to get back to their smooth offensive ways. And they do it here in OT. Brian Garacki out on the right wing. Gives it to Eddie Turner at the top. Goes to Garacki. Takes it to the right wing. Picks up the dribble, back to Turner, 10 to shoot. Turner on the drive, kicks it out. Patterson, right corner three, got blocked. Loose ball, and it is out of bounds. And it's going to Grambling State. 3:35 to go in overtime. 76-73 Grambling. They move from right to left. They're going to burn this clock down. Moten across the timeline. Ben over the bounce. Moten standing tall. Takes it to the top of the key. 10 to shoot. Moten on the left wing, picked up by Ford, who has the 4 fouls. Moten crossing over into the paint. Euro step. Floats it up. That's short. Olmstead wins the rebound. Wow, what a board. Cats push the tempo from left to right. Out to the left corner. Garacki pumps the 3. Penetrates the baseline. Picks up the dribble. And still pivoting here. And a timeout called by Montana State. Garacki had some room there along the baseline. And he did not attack. The Bobcats called the timeout. They'll set it up. That was their last timeout. Grambling has 2. Cats down 76-73. For Montana State trying to march on. This one would sting if they can't finish it off, hunting that first NCAA tournament win ever. A lot of money on the line for both conferences. Whoever gets the win gets that next unit, which is close to $2 million that is distributed to the conference of the winning team, and it gets doled out over the course of 6 years. So it's a pretty prominent revenue stream for the next half decade plus. And for Montana State and the Big Sky, as well as the SWAC and Grambling State, there's more than just basketball on the line. While Montana State and Grambling State are in overtime. We're getting close to 9 o'clock local time, which is when the next game is supposed to tip off, but that's not going to tip off until a half hour after this game. So long pregame shows for Colorado and Boise State. Long night for the network telecast, but that's fine. We are here and locked in for as long as we need, with Montana State trying to extend the season to Indianapolis. Heartbreak or jubilation. MSU has 19 seconds on the shot clock as they inbound, trailing by 3 from underneath their own basket. Eddie Turner gets it in to Tyler Patterson, who takes it up to the top of the key. Gives it to Turner. Turner on the perimeter, dribbling right. Comes back left, throws down to Olmstead, flip into the cup, jams it home with 2 hands. John Olmstead, a big bucket. He's got 10 in the NCAA tournament. He was here in the first 4 with Arizona State a couple of years ago. My, what a journey it has been to get back to Dayton for John Olmstead, who's got 10 points. Cats down 1. Tigers with the ball to our left. Moten has the dribble at the top. Lob over to the left wing. Kofer drives and kicks. Smith down to the mid-post, picks up the dribble on the right baseline, fires into the post now. One-on-one, pivoting, fall-away jumper. That's good. Wow, Jamail Kofer is unstoppable right now. He had the extended hand of John Olmstead in his face. Bobcats down by 3. That was a miraculous shot. The Cats have it. Handoff for Ford. Triggers the top side 3. Book it. Robert Ford the third. Oh, baby. Trying to keep this thing alive with his 5th 3 of the night. Tie game on the Ford 3. 78 all. 1:45 remaining in the first overtime. Burnett down to the mid-post to the right side. Whistle. Foul on Garacki for the bump. Second foul on Brian Garacki. And a 1-and-1 coming for Grambling State. Who? Wait. They said Eddie Turner? Oh, I thought that was Garacki. He was playing the defense. Must have been Turner who was underneath. I didn't see him in the traffic. That's fine. Turner's first. 1:43 to go in overtime. Tie game. 1-and-1 for Antoine Burnett. First year in the Grambling black and gold. JUCO transfer. He was big in their tournament. 14 points in that SWAC final. Big free throws here for Montgomery, Alabama native. The front end is good. 69% from the free throw line. Gets another one here to make it a 2-point game. It's going to be a late night in Dayton. Free throw is good. Hit them both. 80-78, Grambling leading. The game of the tournament so far, it's only 3 games old, but man, what a night in the first 4. Olmstead up at the top, hands it off for Eddie Turner. Dribbling right into the lane, kicks it out to Garacki in the right corner, tries a contested 3, airballed it. Grambling has the rebound and a chance to push this out to a 2-possession game. Cats on their heels. Tigers trying to claw back at the 14-point deficit, and they've sent it to overtime. 70 seconds left in OT. Moten out of the right wing, guarded by Robert Ford III, who has 4 fouls tonight. He backs it up with 7 to shoot. Moten with the dribble, 5, one-on-one. Takes it inside, Euro step, forces it up, that's no good. Putback slam by Jordan Smith. Bobcats down by 4 with the ball. They hustle ahead. Eddie Turner out to the right wing. 55 seconds to go in OT. Hand off to Turner from Olmstead. Turner has the dribble. Cats need a bucket. Picks it up, throws out to Garacki on the left wing. He triggers the left wing 3. That's no good. Rebound for Grambling State. They lead by 4 with 35 seconds to go. Everybody coming to their feet now. Jump pass across the timeline. And the foul on Garacki, and Grambling State trying to knock down free throws to continue their march into the first round of the NCAA tournament. Cats have been punched in the gut. All right, it's a 4-point lead. So if Smith hits them both, it would still be a 2-possession game. MSU 2 of 5 from the field in overtime. Cats just have not gotten enough stops since the halftime break. Jordan Smith on the front end knocks it down. 5-point lead for Grambling, 83-78. Montana State has not lost since the penultimate regular season game at Eastern Washington, that double overtime affair. Or single overtime affair. Smith made it. Wow. Hit every part of the rim. Cats down 6. Patterson into the front court in the left corner. Turns, fires for 3. That's no good. Rebound, tips out of bounds. Grambling ball. Oh, that might have done it. That could be the daggers. Montana State has missed some shots here. Grambling State can feel it. 84-78. 24 seconds to go. And the season on life support. Inbounds pass on the right side. Cats need to foul. Olmstead comes over and does commit it. And Grambling will walk the length of the floor, going to the free throw line. They've got a chance to ice this thing out. Cats not hitting shots late. Grambling, they seem to be the team of magic and destiny tonight. They have hit every difficult shot. They've hit shots that have seemed to just have only a prayer. They're up 84-78 in the final 23 seconds of overtime. Free throw is up. Oh, and good. It's a 3-possession game. Robert Ford III, his career potentially winding down here despite a 23-point performance in the NCAA tournament. Free throw is up. And good. 86-78, 23 seconds left. Into Rob Ford, taken along the right sideline. Comes around a screen to the right wing. He triggers the 3. That's good. Just can't miss. Cats down 5. 16 seconds to go. Into the backcourt. And Garacki able to get to the foul. Kofer will go to the line. 5-point game. 14 seconds left. So still, again, a 5-point lead. If he makes both of these, it'll be a 3-possession game. It could end it. Kofer, a 74% free throw shooter. Makes it. 18 points for Kofer since the start of the second half. 6-point lead. Chance to make it 7. Painful night tonight. Cats had a 14-point lead early in the second half. Kofer got it. 7-point lead with 14 seconds left. Bobcats from left to right. Eddie Turner around the screen to the right wing. He drives and kicks it out. Garacki catch and shoot three. That's short. Offensive rebound. Patterson turns, shoots, no. And that is it. The magical ride concludes, and Montana State falls to the first four of the NCAA tournament. The magic runs out in Dayton. A lot to build on, a magical ride in March. But it all comes crashing down with a dud in the first four. Grambling State in their first ever NCAA tournament. They win it, and they will be moving on to face Purdue in the first round of the NCAA tournament. The Bobcats are heading home. The future is bright, but today is dark. Robert Ford III finishes his miraculous career with 103 games, and he finishes today and his career with 193 career points. Tip the cap for the Bobcats. It's going to be a lot of fun as we continue forward, but today it stings. And Montana State falls. They could not hold that lead at the end, and they fall 88-81 in overtime. They are 0-6 in the NCAA tournament all time, and Robert Ford III will head back to the locker room and take off the Bobcat blue and gold for the final time. Gets a big hug from head coach Matt Logie. And for Ford, looking up, taking it all in, and walks off a Division I court for the final time. So that ends it. Montana State falls in the final four, the first four, and they finish their year 17-18 with a loss today. Let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You are listening to Montana State basketball.